Hei nā māta wakahuri noi te motu tēnā no nā tātou katoa. Tēnei te mai o hauti ki a tātou ki konei te papatākoro e kia nei ko Rotorua International Stadium. Nā reira tēnei te mihi nui ki a koutou te arawa waka, te arawa tangata. Ki hai te manaakitanga a ngā tīma ko haere mai ki konei. Nā reira nau mai, hiki mai, kake mai, i tēnei wā, ko whakawhiwi atu koe hau ki te kua whakapao o tira koe ia te heamana mo te arawa Rugby League ki konei, rāwiri tēnā koe.
Kia ora whānau, raurewi a koe pai ia. Just a little introduction of myself. I come on board this kaupapa o te rangatahi in our teina and our tuakana because of our Maori people, especially our rangatahi through Aotearoa. How beautiful day, how it all panned out. Obviously there's COVID, we're governed by a COVID, and today with JD and his crew allowing this rangatahi to succeed. We're just gonna waiting for this game here to finish, and then we're gonna go into our kōtero 17s final. I'll just hand you back to our karawa, Hemana, and he'll go through the teams and players.
Tēnā koe rāwiri. Tēnā koutou mātakitaki mai mai nā tīma ko eke mai ki nā whakataetai whakamuti nei konei, mai te tīmata nei na nahi nei, anei ko te māhure, kai tuku taha, kai tō maua taha matau, ana ka whakawhiti atu ki tērā taha, rā ko Waikato. Nā reira ko nā tīma ko hō mai hia ki a maua i tēnei rani tuatahi, mai te māhure. Mai te māhure, te tāna i te hara mai ko te taona, e tākaro hiana e wenei tīma iai nina ko te taona kia nei Cathy Friend. O tira ko tēnei wahine tino rongo nui, ko mau e runa i te puari hutiporo riki Māori i nā tau kua pahemo. He roa tonu tana noho ki runa i tēnei kaupapa, o tira ko tana tama ko Clayton Friend, i te mei tākoro mo te Kiwis i nā tau whititikau waritakau. Nā reira koe ni te taonga kai te whakahaere hia, o tira ka wikitoria ki nā tīma nei. Nā reira kia huri ke tātou ki nā tīma tuatahi mo te tīma ara o Waikato. Kai te mau i te poraka nama whā, ko Waikato, ko nā mako tōterewa, ko ia te kāpene tuarua. Ko Pua Wairua ho hāpata, ko te Amomia Pēwhairani, ko Sitiva Wilson, ko Rewi Hona, ko Anahera Campbell, ko Cheyenne Kaitapu, ko Kyra Berryman, ko Phoenix Tūmohe, ko Tōrere Nui Ārua Wilson, ko Manirewa Howell, ko Jamie Taitoko, te taho nā kāpene, ko Manaia Te Ao, ko Muera Heta, ko Kiriona Feki, ko Dawn Hohua, ko Kaisha Naim, ko Taina McKinnon, ko te Maia Tūhakaraina Simon, me Taylor Fisher. Koe nei te ino te tīma ara mō Waikato. Kia huri atu ki te tīma o te māhuri iai nena, kai te mau te poraka tuatahi, ko Paris Pickering, kai nā parirau, ko nā reta tauraki, nā takawaina, ko Atita Arona me he raina hohua, te tahana parirau ko Keisha Finn, te kai tūwhangai ko tā Tiana Whenau, ko te kairau ko Brian Forts, ko nā Paumua, ko Maria Fruin, ko Claudia Whenau, ko Meadow Scaife, ko Tyler Daniela Whatiaki, ko Chloe Ofakina Lafu, ko Shans Pihema. Ko nei te tīma mo te māhurehure. Nā kairiwhi ko Kairirangi Edmonds, ko Tyler Jade McIntyre, ko Lavina Elliott, ko Pari Tanirau Love, ko te Ninja Nelson me Joan Allen Mokoraka, nā reira ko timata nā haka kia whakarona ke tātou. Wina te timata nāsi ane nau te tākoro, kua muti nā haka ki wane nui nā taita mahine, I raro I hoi te kaumawhitu I te pakeke. I tēnei rā, kai te kapua te rani, paku nei te whiti mau te rā, ko te hau, kai te pupuhi, mai te tonga, ana kai te tino a tāhua te papa tākoro I konei. Ko te kai whakawā mō tēnei tākoro, ko paki naira, o tira ko wana hoa kai nā taha, ko Berta Mākiha, rawa ko Hagar Wallace Keeper. I mo te timata nao tēnei tākoro rau I mau ke mea te kia koe toru te kau maiwa nā tīma ko haere mai ki tēnei tōna mana I raro I a koutou. Ne? Ka mutu te kau mārima nā rewhiri mo tēnei tōna mana. Ana ina nahi nei, rima te kau mātahi nā tākoro I tuki ina nahi nei. Tino nui tērā. Ko tatari ati ai nā kia tani te wihara tīmata atu a te kai whakawā. Ara, ia paki naira. Ko waikato kai tō maua taha maui, ana ko te māhurehure. Tēnei tīma te māhurehure, me ki no nā puhi whānui tonu. Nari ara tō rātau na tūrana wāwai, tō rātau marae, kai Point Chef. Ko nā kaumātua, pakeke o tēnei marae, o John Pānapa rawa Christine Pānapa. Ana ko tēnei te taona kai te tākoro hia I ainina, ko te taona mo nā kōtiro, te kaumā whitu, nā Christine Pānapa. Ko tsekati ai nei kia whakawātea hia mai, tētahi wahana mā Waikato.
Okay, whānau, because we're not, it's not a paid job for us here, so we're just going to just take it off the cuff a little bit. We're not Sky Sports. And away we go now. I'd just like to also give not so much of a shout out, but our ones from Australia that couldn't make it back for this tournament. Obviously, with this rangatahi tama and kotiro going through, they couldn't get back here due through our Auntie Jacinda putting restrictions on us, but as the day started yesterday, the caliber of players, there is a future here for all our, especially our kōtiro, especially them. We don't acknowledge it as much as we do, much as they do in Australia. But in saying that, I wouldn't like to be out there getting hit by those girls.
Tēnā koe rāwiri, tika tēnā, e toru nā tīma kare I tae mai Queensland. Nā te mai, katia mai, ka rei te kati te tiwhera, the border, hai kuhu mai mō rātou. And so as we go into the first 5 minutes of the game, we've got Waikato running the ball now onto the far side and tackled in there by Te Mahurehure. We're now inside the 30-metre zone, coming inwards. And aroha mai e ka re tino ki te atu nā inoa o nā tīma o nā wāhine nei nā. Engari he tika tā rāwiri mai te tīmatana o nā tākore nā nahi nei, there has been some big hits. And I mean big hits, starting from the 15s through to the 17 years, men and women. Ko ki mai ai nei nā kia Waikato, ko tiro whakarota, ko homotoro tika te noti ai nei nā ko tēnei o nā kōtiro. Engari. Ko whakawhiti atu, kia te Mahurehure. Ka rote te rua te kaumita i aenei no te tākoro tuatahi tēnei ko te tuki atu. Ko matita hatu te pariranu a Keisha Finn o te Mahurehure. Ko mātu ko Paris Pickering. Arawe te oma Thomas Pickering tata tonu rua te kaumita ke tana haere whakamua. Kai waha mau te toru te kaumita i ane ko tukunāti ki te taha matau, kia te Mahurehure. Ko pupurihia mai e tora Bira Fortes, te tākala tua whā tēnei karahiu atu nei kua amuta ki te taha matau. Tākala whakamutuna tēnei, ana kua kāre tika te kiki o te whanai te pōru. Bira Fortes. Kua kohahi atu te pōri ane nā kia Waikato.
Also, just bear in mind with us, whānau, while you're watching, we got limited information here, so as it comes to us, we will deliver teams and their numbers relating to the names that we've got. If we get it wrong to the whānau that are watching us, we're not getting paid to get anything right, we're not getting paid to do anything wrong. We're here just for the love of our kōtero that's out there, and also for you that couldn't make it here.
Nā reira tēnei te mai o hāti a koutou noho mai nei te kāina ki te mātakitaki tēnei tonu mana i whakahariha nei ki konei i Rotorua International Stadium. Nā te pōru i ane nā kua whanateitei hi atu e Waikato. Ko nāma ko te taho nā rangatira tuario mo te tīma, kua whiu atu ki te rata harano. Kua whakahoki whakamuriha mai te pōru, ka rei tika te pāhi. Ana kua whanahi ana te mea koe nei te tākoro. Ko tukuna te pōru kia hupeke i ai neina, o he lolly scramble ka te mea kai ai te pōru. O tira kua whakawhiti ati ane aga te Mahurehure. Nā reira koutou e mātakitaki mai nei te kāina aroho mai ka are tino mohiu i ati koe nā tīma neina i tēnei wā. Kai te tika tā rāwiri mō tēnei mahi. I oho rere te tāmai o tēnei mahi kia hau te atatonu nei. He mahi no atu tāku, he pōtai no atu tāku i te mahi. Kua tura ke hia mau mai te rao nā mahi ko neke mai ki konei. Ki te whakapau hatu i tēnei tākoro kia koutou e mātakitaki mai nā, ki te kāina. Ki te pēr ko tamariki moko puna wēnei e tākoro nei. So just outside the 20-metre line now, the Mahurehure will now run the ball and throw it over to the big ones to push through the barrier or defence from Waikato. And still on the 30-metre line in Te Mahurehure. Te Mahurehure has not gone past the halfway mark at this stage. Nā reirei te wāhana e whakapaohi atu na tēnei tākoro kia koutou i aia tonu nei, kai te whira namarua, kai reira te tākoro whakamutuna ki Wānenui i a tūhoi me Waikato, kai te namarua, mō nā kōtiro te kaumārima raro iho. O tā mai te hoki mai te pōri anina ki te kairau mō Waikato. nā mo ko tō te rewa. Tere tani te whiatiki nā toru kua tai whakamumai ai nei mā rātau. O, kua taka whakamua te pōro. Tere tani te kohi mai a te māhure. Kua rutio mai te kaumite i roto tani tō rātau whena ko te tākalo tuatahi tonu tēnei. I tēnei wā, aha kua, kai te hāre tunu nā tākalo, i wetaho nā whira, kua kuhu mai i taho nā whānau tautoko, me ki tēnei wā, ko ta tāti te ruarau, kua tā mai ki te tautoko i tēnei te tākalo whakamutina, ki wānanu i nā kōtiro, te kaumāwhitu kiraro. Ko tēnei te tuatahi o te kuhuta nātua i ai nei nā o te māhurehure, ki rota i te whenua o Waikato. Tākalo whakamutina tēnei. Tere tonu te whana enari ko hoki mai, anō, kia te māhurehure ko te tākalo tuatahi tēnei. I pāti te tinana o tētaha o Waikato, o tīmatauno te kautei nā tākalo i ai nei. O chance pihema tērā ko homa whakarota tiki waho mau te rua a te kaumita. Ko tiro haere me haere pēhea, e nari ka rawa te rutu a Waikato. O matoro tika tunachi ai nei.
First time for Maori Rugby to be down here and this half. Oh yeah.
Vital pass.
Vital pass.
Vital pass. Aweri kua taka. They could have been in for their first points there. Bueno, that's what happens in finals play.
Yeah.
There should be no rooms for mistakes. Nāna, ko ora te kiri o Waikato i konei tonu. Ko hoki mai anina ki te nonoke ara ina tonu i tō rātau te kaumita. E kia ka neu te tīma o te māhurehure, hei mea kohi katoa, ko te tīma nei kai roto i tāmaki makaurau, e noho ana. E tika tonu ki a tukunātu te mihi ki te poari whakahaere o te hutupōro riki Maori, e tai ai te whakahaere i tēnei tākaro, a hakua kai roto tonu tātou te rewala tuatahi, anei mo tēnei mate urutā. Ki ake rau mua, toru te kaumai wa nā tīma kai konei. Tino nui tērā. Pena i tā mai, a North Queensland, e toru nā tīma kua whā te kaumā ruake. Ko ina te hiakai o nā tīma kai ahi treiria ki te haramai, ki te tākaro, hea hai, nā te mea he Maori rātau. Hoki mai ki te whai o rātau whakapapa, ki te tuki o rātau whakapapa, ki te rutu i o rātau whakapapa. Ana, ka rawe te kiki, a Waikato, enari, ka rei tika te hopu. Moko e hahai rāwiri, a te mea ki te kiki, kai roto i te rā. They're looking into the sun.
I think that's a ploy with our Māori. We try to use the Mother Nature and the elements that are out there.
Aye.
And like our kōturo out there, they may not be clever in school, but when it comes to get onto this field, they start using the elements, and they've got a bit of brain on there. So you can see how Jacinda put up the borders, and you watch these girls how they put their borders up to stop these the opposition from getting through to them.
Oh yes, I tautoko that. I saw it all day yesterday.
Yeah, and hey, there's more to come. There's more to come with our tama. You might hear us now and then with the uncle, with his kōrero and everything. But with some of us out there that they'd like to use English as our third, fourth, fifth, I shouldn't give them that much authority, English as their third language. We will try our best to be not the most perfect commentators, but oh look, she's just about there. Now that's a border that Jacinda put up. Couldn't get through there. Oh, there's a big goal.
Ko tahe mi te mai te rārani piro ia nei ko Waikato kai te tukati o rātau kaha ko huri haere. Ko tere tonu te kuhumau te mahuri ki te ruti ki raro. Ka re nohi hare whakamua, kai te moma tita hake. Ana ko tukuna te anei na ko te rerapea, ko te piro tuatahi, ko pakaru mai. Te kumohe nei ko te piro tuatahi, ko haere ki a Waikato.
Finally broke those borders. But that's clever play from defending way down here to get down there, one kick into the sun, or one kick and then Napui couldn't see that coming. But that's typical, eh? When Napui come down here to Te Aroa, we couldn't see them coming in anyway.
Nā reira, kua tatari ati aenei nā ki te kai kiki te pōra mō Waikato. Ki te whakatawhiti atu nā kaute i tēnei wā.
Because me and Uncle going to be here for these 2 more finals after this. We're not trying to do all our correspondence all in one game, but you may hear us repeat ourselves through the course of these finals. We may talk about a few health issues that affect us outside of the game of rugby league. Whether it's emotional or whether we want to see these kōtiro, obviously that when they become mothers themselves and everything like that, we want to see the fruits of their labour with their kids coming through as well. So like with health issues, just a few here that I've just sort of jotted down. Leukemia sort of takes care of kids when they're born with it, but as their immune system gets a bit brighter, they seem to flourish, and then some of these kids out here may have contracted that as well. And also a big thing with us across the motu is youth suicide. Now if there's somebody out there, don't say I've got your back, just ring me when you want. You go and see that fella physically, you go and see him, bring him down here, or her, bring them down here to see this. There is life outside of just being depressed and everything like that.
And a big run by Waikato, kua tere tonu te omamai o te mahurihuri. Ana kua kapo whenua mai anō te haere whakamua a Waikato, kua tāti rātai ana i te kaumita i roto i te whenua, e nari kua hāmenehia ko te mahurihuri, he pupuri i te tanata ki raro, ka rei tuku kia tūnu.
Might be the first penalty for the game.
Koina rā wiri. Te rua te kaurua, kai wahamai te rua te kaurua, mārua mita i ānei nā te pōra hai te mataati mā Waikato. Ka rei awa te kiki nā anohotonu nā kaute e whā kia Waikato. Ka rei anō kia te mahurihuri. Hoinau tēnei wā mā koe kia tika koutou, kai te tākoro mai, te tīma nā kōtiro te kaumārima pakeke ki raro, kai te whira na marua, o tira ko Waikato kai reira, kai te tākoro kia tūhoe. Mihi tēnei kia Waikato te kaha o rātau ki te kohikohi wā rātau kōtiro, kua puru mai ki roto i nā tīma nei. Ta tonu e nari te kumo nei i rāpiti hiai, i rāpiti hia.
Yep.
Nā reira kua hāmenehia ko Waikato. And just to let you know, Rawiri, Tūhoe, they've got quite a few teams in the competition. They've got 100 people participating in this tournament.
Oh, there's a lot of tūhoe here participating today, but I see that they reside in Te Aroa here.
Oh, absolutely.
And
yes.
When the call was given for tūhoe, all our Te Aroa kids, yep, they jumped in there.
Oh,
and that's just, I only know 2 people. Vina and JK himself, they got a big push with tūhoe, and it's all good. It's good to get. We can't get
everybody in the teams.
We can only get 25 in a team.
That's right.
So there's another 75 to cater for. So good on tūhoe for doing that.
Yep. No, tino pai. That's the interest kai reira, Rawiri. When you got 25 in the team, we got two tūhoe teams in the same grade.
Yes.
Tuhe Ma, Tuhe Pano. And Tuhe Pano is, I think, from, Tuhe Ma is from here, Te Arawa, ne?
Yep. That was because of a few teams that have pulled out. So either the Ma team come to the Pongo and they just made it a tournament that's going to be worthy of 2 days.
Yep.
So that's good for the organisers of these teams that can do that rather than just the kids just play one game a day and then rely on a Pākehā, not being racist or anything, but a Pākehā way to get a result.
No, you're right. This is a Maori tournament, and whakapapa plays a very, very big part in this. And this is the biggest tournament in the Southern Hemisphere. 4 rugby league tournaments a year, run, managed and controlled by the New Zealand Maori Rugby League Board. And a lot of mihi goes out to the whānaus, their sponsors, mahimoni, to get their teams to our national tournaments. Ka nui te mihi ki ngā whānau. And here we go now, Waikato back on the attack again. Te tonu te tākai atu e te mahurihuru. O puau warani hōhapata tērā ko oma whakaroto atu. Ko muera heta, ko hare whakamua, kai wahomai ane o te kaumita. Ko hare atu ki tērā taharano, ko kore nā kanohu he mana ki te koai tērā. Ho, tuki atu, nari, ka arawa te wawau, te mahurihuru. Ko hāmene hia ko te mahurihuru, he kore hoki te kaumita. That's the beauty of quick play the ball.
Yep. When you got a big frame body like that, and then you can't stop them.
Yeah, but they enable them to get out the quick play the ball and catch them offside.
Yep. Uncle just said a few things about the individual teams and their sponsors to help them get to this tournament. Also, like with our sponsors here, as you can see with the flags flying around, one foundation. Yep. Also, Alice Post Tension, and then our local production company. From here, our own. Well, I'll say our own because they're doing so well, and this goes out to Get-Go Productions for getting amongst it. And it's only our own Maori people that are their business. So we haven't got Sky Television here or Channel 1, 2. We haven't got the Maori channel here, but we got more Maori here than the Maori channel could commentate.
Tēnā koe Rāwiri, tika tāhau, One Foundation. They've been part of our sponsorship for a few years now. And it's pleasing to know, Rāwiri, that the Maori Rugby League tournaments will be held here in Rotorua for the next couple of years anyway.
Yeah, 21-22.
21-22, tino pai. And kudos goes kia koutou, te pari Māori riki o te arawa. Hei hara mai te āwhina ki te tautoko.
We might get a few of our Māori party coming around and expressing their electoral governance around today. But obviously they might have had a few waipiro last night and they're just resting up. There was a big contingent of the up at Opotuki Whakatoia yesterday, so they might be still up there.
I started off with Tāmati Coffee being here to do the pohiri yesterday morning. So, but yes, politics does play a big part, but at the moment it plays a very little part to our Maori Rugby League tournament. When will they realise that the tournaments that we hold helps health? There's no smoking here. There's no alcohol here in our tournaments. And only the benefits and advantage can come out of our tournaments. And I'm talking about the four of them, from our nohi-nohis to our under-17s, 15s. Then, of course, then we go up to the open grades. Anei te whakaomati ane o te pōle te mahurehure, o tere tonu tana karo whakaroto, mo te mahurehure ko Shans, pihema tērā, ko maumai e a toru te kaumei te rote te whenua o Waikato, kai te kūpeke tonu te haere o Waikato, harawe te homa whakamuasi ainei, ko tae tiki rote te rua te kaumārua mita, enari, ko taka whakamua te pōle, ia te mahurehure. Maumau o te oma.
Reckon she could have passed that.
Ai. Engari, I hamene hia ko Waikato, ko hoki mana o te oranga i ainei nā ka te mahurehure. Ko tuku nāsa mā Tyler Daniel Whatiaki hei timatātu ki te rātaha. Engari, kua puta ki waho, ka arawe te wawawa atu a Waikato. You know, when we look at the caliber of what we provide here, there is some standout individuals that I've seen in all the grades. You know, Kone?
Yep.
Very awesome.
Then, obviously, these kōtiro out here may not be politicians, but at least there is a place for them in their sport, their chosen sport, whether they become, I shouldn't say this, but whether they become the people that they are or the parents that they are for the future of this game. And hey, I must say that with this Maori tournament, the Maoris happening here in Rotorua, I know within all our pōkeke, there's because it's rugby orientated in Rotorua, but when we hear about the league being held here over the next 2 more years, and appropriately all our people, like the Get-Go Productions, they've come out and offered their services at a price, at a cheap price. And a new fella here just starting a new business.
Ko taka whakamua te pōri ānei i a Waikato, he kaika, nā reire ko hoki mai te pōri me te waimare ānei nā kia te mahurehure, tēnei tīma. Rawiri, I'll just share with you a bit of a back from the blast from the past. Around about 1995, when I first started Tuhe Rugby League, it was a lot of help came from Ngongo Taha, and I'm talking about Woody and his wife, and there was quite a few boys that played for Nona Taha. They all came and played for Tuhe as well. So, so the relationship was built way back then, you know, and it's good to know that it's still carrying on here in Rotorua.
Oh, no doubt with Woody or Mark Woods, now that he's over in Australia now, and I just can't remember his wife's name, but Woody's mother-in-law, Jenny Nahu.
That's right.
Always been that person at the Nongata Rugby League Club.
Oh, yeah.
Not going away a lot from our Pikiao whānau as well, and there's always been that hard games between Nongata and Pikiao, going back a long way. And the likes of the Central League with Betsy Murray, Jason Walker, and all those ones. There's a product of one of those people that got the league up and running here in Rotorua. Obviously, now that the schools are involved, but just a shame that they haven't got rugby league in there, and the schools as dominant as rugby itself, rugby union itself.
Tika tēnā rawiri. And so we find now the mahurehure hot on attack, and Waikato defending their line as though their lives depend on it. Nā reo, kua whiwat ki tērā tahara anō i ānena. Ko pakaru tērā rani, ko hoki mai. Ki tēnei tā, ko tirikahu mai. Ai, tērā, ko tirikahu ati, te piro tuatahi, tēnei a te mahurehure.
Lucky we got a Maori ref, because if that was in Australia, that Australian ref would have called it forward pass.
Koina te pai o tēnei tōna mana, rawiri, he Maori kai te whakahaere, he Maori te rangatira, ko te mana ka he mana he ranga he Maori. Nā reira, tēnei nei kia titiro ake no tātou te whakapapa o tēnei piro. A kua kenei, kua whakaatihia mai.
straight from the camera on the plane that I had. Have it on TV now, showing the replay. So that's live for us.
Ko whakatau i atu te pōro i aeneina. Ko te kaiki ki te pōro mō te mahurehure ko Tatiana Whinau. Rawa te kiki enari kare i awa. Ko noho tonu nā kaute i aeneina e whā kia Waikato, e whā kia te mahurehure. Me taku moho nei, kua tani te pūtātara mo te wehena rua. So at half time, we have scores equal on 4 points each, with more to come in the second half.
I'm glad when the cousin rang up again. Hey, do you want to come and do a bit of a commentary now? Look what oh yeah, I'll come up.
Our under-15s Kōtiro trophy is named after Kathy Friend, or Bubs as she's known. Huge connection to rugby league and a huge steward of the game. New Zealand Maori Rugby League and Auckland Rugby League, of course, related to the Bell family, the Gwyn family, and also her mokopuna and her sons. Just a huge involvement has Kathy, or Bubs Friend as she's known. Our 17s Kōtiro Tonga is the Christine Panapa Tonga, a huge contribution to Wahine Toa and Kōtiro Rugby League with Christine, recognised with a New Zealand Order of Merit Award from the Government General. Just a huge participation, of course, her whakapapa coming from the Asher family, going right back to the beginning of rugby league. A huge honour to have Christine's name associated to our Tonga.
Trophy that our Kōtiro played for.
Yeah. Christine Palapa, yes.
give us a wave when we're on.
Kia ora ana koutou e noho mai nei te kāina, nau mai anō ki konei ki te papatākoro o Rotorua International Stadium. I te wahana kua kuhutu tātou ki te hawhetuarua, ki wānenu ia te māhurehure, ara me Waikato. I tēnei waka i te ori tēnā kaute e whā ki te whā, ko tēnei te tākara whakamutina mō tēnei tau, rua te kau, ki wānenu ia te māhurehure, e tīma te nuina, kai ākarana e nohona, enari te tahaki nā whakapapa, ala anō ati te whakapapa o tēnei tīma, e noho manene maina i tāmaki makaurau. O tira, kua taka whakamua, kua hara ia nena ko Waikato, ko hoki mai te Waimaria kia te māhurehure. And coming up, i muri hoi tēnei, e karema, ko te tākaro ana taitamatāne, ki Wānenui a Counties Manukau, me te tīma, me te karapu o Dannevirke Tigers, mai te rohe o Ngāti Kahununu. Ki taku mōhio koe nei te tuatahi o te kuhumai o tēnei tīma, mai te rā takiwā. Ko tau te nonoke ia nena, kua teka tika puru mai te pōle te māhurehure, te retonu te hoki mai. Ka arawa te hoki mai o te pōro, hai homo toro tika tonu ati mana toru kuata, enari ka pai hoki te tākaro a Waikato. Tēnei te tākaro tiorua, kua kawe whakamua hi anō te pōro ia nena te māhurehure. You know, Rawiri, when the build up to these tournaments, there's very little time. You know, the teams just to get together, it must be a amount of time to get a team together, and they don't even get a chance to have a warm-up.
No, that's right, Uncle. Most of these, obviously, we're only into we're only into the first week of school holidays.
Yes.
So we, well done, Pui.
Yep. O te pero tuarua tēnei, ia nei nā te māhurehure, ka arawa te kiki poto atu i te pōro, hu peke haere ana ki rota i te rālani i pero, ko tiri koho atu ia nei nā, ko te māhurehure, enari aroha mai kāre ki te atu kuwai. Nā te mea, kai tērā taharano, e harai te mea he kāpō mao ko Rawiri e kao, engari, kāre te tino ki te atu te ino o te namairu nei te poraka. Nā rere kia titiroa ke no tātou ia nei nā pehea te timatana o tēnei piro. Kai te tatari tonu.
Yeah, like I was saying, while that devastating try was being scored, when Uncle said that little time for all these kids to come together, because everybody wants to go back and play for their rohe, but as it is, some all spread across the country. Some did make it back before lockdown from Australia. And that's the pool that these kids have got, and I think that's a big handout to our organisation with our Maoris, New Zealand Maoris, to gather this and not being biased, and our Taurawa people there as well. We'd love this to be here, and then that's why we come out of the woodwork, come out and open up our clubs, our homes to all especially our marae for our people.
Tika tēnā. Hoi no kai te chaki tēnā kia hoki mai te replay o te piro. I tēnei wā kua hako o te māhurehure e waru, ko Waikato e whā. Kāre iawa te kiki. Ka rawa te kiki, tumeke tūna te kai tākaro o te māhurehure, ka taka whakamua ia te pōro, nā reira, tere tūna te hoki mai o te painga ia nena kia Waikato, mea kua kuhatu rātau ki roto i te whenua o te māhurehure, kua tau te nono ke tuatahi. being played now. Here's the replay. I thought we'd get it on here.
That's live. That's live. That'll be how we.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, this could interfere with the game. Ko taka whakamua no te pōri a Waikato I roto I tēnei te tākaro tsotahi. Kua me paki rā te māhure kātika.
Obviously, whānau, when you get married, you have difficulties in life, and that's what we're having here. We're having a few just difficult things that we're not used to doing a commentary, but we're getting it around. We're getting around to it.
Nei toki mā te pōri ai nei kia te māhuruhuru te rutani te oma whakamua sa kārawa te o mā te māhuruhuru a wātu te toru te kaumita tana haere whakamua. Kua pōri a rea mai ko Waikato ko omātu ki te taha Maui ai nei na ana kua pakaru tonu mai ai nei na ko Paris Pickering e nari ka tānoa e ka rutua mai. Ko ua haere tonu ki te taha poto ai nei na te haere a te māhuruhuru. Te ahua nei ko ki te rātau he kia atu anō ki te whakapiki ake I tā rātau haere whakamua. Hara mai whakawhiti mai te pōro ki tēnei taha. Kua te whera mai tēnei pito. Enari e whakaroarawa no te pōro ki te hara mai. Tere tonu te kuhu te kaua mai o nā tākaro a Waikato. Enari kua hāmene hia a Waikato he tākaro teitei. Kua whiwhi oranga anō ia nei ko te māhurehure. Te kaumite I rote te rārani piro. Ana, ko tere tonu te tami atu ko oma. O, tata tonu. Kārei kaha ki te whakatau te pōri nei te rārani piro. Ko taka whakamua te pōro. Can't afford those mistakes, boy. Where's the replay?
You want to see the replay?
No. Well, the replay comes in.
Yeah.
Hono, o tau mai te nono ki ānei te kaumita ki rota I te whenua o Waikato. Ka rawe te pihu ka mau te pōro e Waikato. O tira me te oma, te oma tītaha te noti ane ka tāna ka oma whakamua. Ka rawe tēnei oma a Waikato enari, pau ki atu te hau, te oma tītaha tāna, ka rei te oma whakamua. Anei te whakahoki mai ane nā Waikato. Ko tā mo tunu mai ki te wehena rua, mai nā tākaro e rua noi ho. O tira, kua hāmene hia I ānei na ko te māhurehure. He tūhapa, te wananui nā māka.
Sorry, Afano. If you can hear us, me and Uncle speaking, not directly what we're trying to report. Is it just that we're trying to be these so-called these presenters? But we're doing our best what we can do. And if you hear me say, "Oh, Uncle, do you want a Jim Beam or something like that?" It doesn't mean anything.
No. Tēnei wā te iwi koutou mātakitaki mai nā ko tēnei rōpu hau. Ka tano rāta ka kuhu mai ki te mahi tēnei mahi. Now, there will always be technical hiccups, such as what we're having now. And the hiccups is minor in that we call for a replay and we're trying to bring the replay in. But sometimes the replay doesn't come through and it might be too late. Anei kua harats te oma ia nei nā Waikato. O te piro tuarua tēnei a Waikato. Mai Sitiva Wilson, no Ngāti Haua, tana whakapapa. Ka rawa te tere whiwhiu hari hau te pōro e Waikato ana koina te whakautu. Yes, so when we have these technical hiccups, whilst we're still learning the tools of the trade, e kia na te kora te Pākehā. Tāhua tēnā nea. Yeah, that's what happens when you go forward and you get the quick replay, and the end result is catching them off guard.
Now we're back live. We're back live now, whānau.
So that was a good try.
Hey, well, while this conversion has been done, like I said earlier, you'll be hearing a lot of shout-outs to all our sponsors and whatnot. This will be my only first and last time here, so I'm going to make it as humble and as good as I can. When we have a Maori 10 Cup here, as you can see on the halfway line out there, Maori 10 have come to the party. But in saying that, I'd just like to acknowledge a few of our kai carts that are up on the hill there. And we've got a couple of local people here that are putting their healthy food out there, healthy eating. And that goes to kickoff, Paula Collier, and Shannon Havana Kai, but that's her sister Sharon Keynes' daughter, and they got their kai carts up there, and they've got beautiful kai and it's healthy stuff. You won't get a boil up there with heaps of hunu in it, but you'll get some nice vegan kai, and it's nice to eat.
Kia ora i nā ringa wera tunu kai mai rei roto i nā whira kai muri mai a maua. And we're locked now at 8 all each between the two teams. And certainly going to be a very, very interesting last quarter. Anei te hua te whakahoki i mau te pōri ai neina e Waikato. O, ka pakaru mai tēnei, ka arawa te toitoi, ko kimi hare ka hiea e hoa mōna, ka maho te tiro whakaloto, ka matapiko hiea i te pōro, ko tuwhera ke mai i roto mō Waikato, e nari nānei matapiko te pōro, ka aroha. Nā re, ko harats ki te rata harano i ai neina kai wānanu i tonu, ko rutua mai i ai neina ko Waikato ko te mahurehure. Ka rawe nā tākoro a te mahurehure e nari tere tonu te tūmai o Waikato, ko kuhati ani rota te whenua whero. Ka tae anō e Waikato te whakaote e kao, kua hamene hia anō i ai neina te mahurehure, e tū hapa, e kore e hoki ki muri te rārani piro. Nā reira i ane, kua hoki mano i ane a Waikato ki te whakataumaha i nā whakaaro a te mahurehure. So, here we go. Oh, yeah, there it is. Kua piro, tēnei i ane nā te tuatoru o te piro a Waikato. So Waikato quickly replies back with another try with the scores 12-8. And here it is. Right. Ki te tonu koe te tere whakahoki mau o te whānau te pōru. Tukuna ati ki te pau tuki nei. Ka rau mo hoko ai tēnā ingoa enari. Nā wari no hotana whakatau te pōru. So, te kaumārua nā kauti ane ko te kiki kai te toe ki te haramai. Ko check atu i ane nā i tō rātau kai kiki te pōru mo Waikato.
I think that was that girl that made the big run coming out of her half down the sideline here. And she should have passed the ball to the referee and see what he would have done. But I think that was her that scored that try there.
Yeah, ka pai. And o te kai kiki te pōri ai nena, who's attempting the conversion, is her name is Dawn Hohua, and from Tūhoe. Guawa. I taught her well. Nā reira ko hare ko Waikato ki mua i ai nena.
Only Tūhoe can kick like that, eh?
No, that's a very strong Tūhoe name, that.
Yeah.
Te kaumawha i ai nena ki te waru nā kaute. Me te karanāti ka koutou e mātakitaki mai nā hei te Labour Weekend. Ko hoki mana te tōnamana ki Kone, ki Rotorua International Stadium. Ko tēnei te tōnamana ki wānani nā open grades o nā tāne me nā wāhine. Ka haere wēnei reanga i raro i te waka me te rohe mo nā tāne me nā wāhine.
So if you're not doing anything in 3 weeks' time,
Come down.
come down or stay here for 3 weeks. Quarantine yourself here for 14 days and you might as well stay here. But obviously, Tūwhareto usually look after us for this rangatahi tournament. And because we were in lockdown, JD and his crew had to make sure the safety of our kids. So as the tournament was being sorted out, they decided to have it here in Rotorua. And I must say that yesterday, with the game starting, yesterday on Friday night, we had the Bay Steamers playing against who were they playing? Auckland, and Auckland just took it away from our boys. But look how good our city has been. Ooh, that's the way to stop them, girl.
If you can't do it legally, do it illegally.
That's the way. If you can't tackle her, I will jump up and then take her head off. Well,
That
not
happens.
take her head off.
That happens. I need to hoki mai ane a Paris Pickering. Arawe te nao mo whakamua, te tatatunu te kaumari mamita ke tana haere whakamua. O te hoki mai tēnei ane no te mahurure ko te aharane. Nā rere kua kuhati ane ki rote te whenua wherewhero te 5 mita mai te rārani piro te mahurehure. Ki te tika tere pāhera atau te pōro kua piro i tēnei pito. Kore korena he tana te mākai i te parirau i tēnei taha. Ana ko hara mai ki tēnei taha ai.
Here we go. Here we go. Must be.
Oh, kua tami hia. Ai. I rauta i tērā tami. O tatari ati te ringaringa o te kai whakawā. Kua piro i a te mahurehure. Te kaumārua nā kau te ianena. Kia te mahurehure ko te kiki kai te toi ki te hara mai. That conversion could have made all the difference.
Yeah, yep. First and foremost, she got over the line. So now it relies on the. I only check this girl's name out. She might be Tūhoi too, because only Tūhoi can kick from there. Ko tātia na whina o tēnei. Kana ko tēnei kiki kai roto i te rua te kaumārua mita. Inari 5 mita mai te rārani piro. E harai te kiki māma. It's a little bit difficult. However, she judges the win right. It might just do it. Unfortunately, i titaha te hare o te pōro, so the scores remain the same with Waikato o te kaumāwha and te mahurehure te kaumārua. And that's what's been happening through the weekend. It's not, you might score the same amount of tries, but it might be just that conversion.
That one conversion.
That one conversion that may have stopped you from getting to the finals and taking out a final. But that's when you've got to be a bit clever now. And then do we just run that up, or do we go score another try? But in saying that, I think we've only got we've got a few minutes to go.
I've got to do a shout out for our Tūhoi team, Rawiri. In this grade, the 3 teams, they all locked with 10 points each. It was only because of the for and against that these two got to the front. And fair enough. So if you're going to get 10 points each, you should go for as many points as you can. And Tūhoi missed out by a whisker. Tūhoi missed out by a whisker. But having said that, that speaks volumes for the caliber of our girls coming through. And I'm talking about any teams now.
Napui making their big run up the middle.
Oh, very nice. This girl is a runner. I just can't get her name. But she certainly piles on the meters moving forward. And so Mahurehure has now gone right into the 10 metre for Waikato. And it's just Mahurehure coming back. With the close open right at the very corner now. And we've got a runaway try coming. And it is. So Mahurehure has come back and scored in the corner on the far side. Gara with the piro to Mahurehure. Tēnā nei kia titiro no tātou. Ara, mai te whātekau mita, no te hia mai te tanata. Tahea te o mahare tuna atu. Kāre he tanata I mua I aia. Pai tana whakatakoto I te pōro. Kārawe.
And as the saying goes, that fat lady, she's still singing. It's not over till the fat lady stops singing.
It doesn't matter what chord she's on. Nā rere, ko chekuti ai nei nā ki tō rātou kai kiniki kia tātia na whinau. Kua haere whakamua paku I ai nei nā ko te māhure. Te kaumahono ki te kaumawha. Ko tēnei taona mo te Christine Pānapa Trophy. Ana ko nā tīma kai muri mai nā paukoura e whakamāhana mai ana, ko nā taita matāne developments e kia nei, ko Dannyburg Tigers me Counties Manukau. Te kaumārima pakeke. You have a look at some of those sizes. They look very big for 15.
They are, yeah. Even with the Tama boys, the 15s that come on, some of them are
Huge.
Their pāho is just about growing like mine. But they're well-built boys.
Unsuccessful with the conversion, so the scores remain 16 to 14. However, the clock is ticking.
So we haven't got long for this game to go. The referee's just looking at his watch, and I suppose this is where the cleverness comes in. Do you close the game out here, or do you just give it? If I was Waikato, I'll be giving it all from now. Nā pui, well, they can get clever and just close the game out.
Or they can play strategically and kick the ball way down here to kill time.
Yep. Kick it down there and just get.
Yeah.
Well, we all
Hold the
think,
defense.
we all know we all rugby league players, aren't we? Or we follow the game.
Well, that's the plan.
That's the plan.
Nā kua tīmata hea tono I ane nei Waikato. Anei te whakahoki mai I ane nā a te māhurehure mai Wairanui tonu. Haras ki tērā tahara anō I ane, ka pai te, ko hiki ake I ane te oma whakamua te māhurehure. Me pēra ka nā te mea ka pau nā hau ki te ruti. You know, if you're on defence, Rawiri, you are spending a lot of energy.
Yeah, well, you look at Ngāpui now, they got their people behind them, so they're moving forward, and Waikato are going into the sun.
Yes, they are.
They're going into the sun, so that'll be a cleverness.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, here
Hold
we
on,
go,
there's a
here
breaking
we go.
tackle. Yep.
There we go.
Oh,
Just the way you'll pull it
Good
here
defence.
if you have to.
Ka rawa te ruti mai waho mā te rua te kaumārua mita. Oh, ko te whara. Oh, she gave it her all, Rawiri.
Oh, I think when she got tackled,
Yeah, when
she
she got tackled, yeah.
Yeah, she fell on her head.
Oh, well, it's a legal tackle.
Yeah. But that was the two boys that did that tackle.
So ko tiro hi atu pena tēnei rote te NRL, ko whakahoki atu ki te haka I ane. This was NRL rules, HIA will apply.
Yep.
Tima tātou no I ane na, o ka rawa te hupu mai te pōru. Arawa te whiwhi hala te pōri ane te māhure. Hako kai te homa kai te hale tītaha ke, ka tahano rāta ka homa whakamua. Ko tukuna atu ki tērā pito rāno I ane, tere tonu te kawahi atu Waikato, kai te tekau mita.
Hand over was the last tackle.
Ai. Ka ki te koe kāre rātou te whakarono I nā kautea te referi. got to be wise to this counts, tackle counts. That's why you got to have that playmaker there to call the shots. Now, Waikato's got a long way to come back from here, Rawiri.
Yep. They've done it. They've done it
Yep.
from
And there's a
last
start.
night.
That's a start. And that's a little nippy on the Waikato team.
That's not that too hoi, Gil.
Yes, unfortunately it is. I mean, he's the nippy one. Dawn Hohua. Ki maono i ani nā kia Waikato. Ko tani te pū tātara, kua muti te tākolo ki waluni nā kōtiro te kau mā whitu, me hu peke peke i ani nā te mā hure hure, ko rātau kua toa ki te wikitoria i te taona o tō rātau whaia, ia Christine Pānepa. Te kau mā ono ki te kau mā whā. Your thoughts?
My thoughts on that was that second half, coming to the end there, and Waikato made that big run up and then scored that try, went ahead, and then with Ngāpui finishing it off in the corner, and it was only 4 points, but they scored the same amount of tries, but it was those conversions that they missed would have made it a draw.
Congratulations to the winning team and commiserations to Waikato. So we're yet to find out how Waikato got on in the under-15s against our Tuhua team.
Okay, whānau, that'll be us until we're signing out now, so, until we come back in 5 minutes' time with our 15s Tama, Counties Monoko and Dennyburg, Kahununu Dennyburg Tigers, and we'll see you there. We're just going to go for a beer. No, we're not.
Deck's looking good, eh? Yes.
Era, ia nena ko te tari, ka tīmata, te tuki, tētahi ki tētahi. Good haka Spumbo teams.
It's just like what's after the Maori tournament here for our rangatahi. Then it's like we won't see them till tuakana next year or the year after. Off to Matatini these kids go. And that's just something. A lot of like the NRL players. When you talk about there's coming through this rangatahi tournament, there's the players like for the tuakana, especially like Liam Messam. He played come from Rotorua. But he went to Tuhoe, played for Tuhoe,
Yes.
and that was all good. That was all good. Who said that? Because you play for you're not born in Rotorua. Who said you can't go and play for Tuhoe? And that's the good connection, just over the back of the hill there. That's a good connection. Okay, I've been given the roles to for this county's Manukau team, just to read out the. Hopefully, I get it right, Whānau, with the numbers. With the numbers that can relate to the players that we've got here. Obviously, Counties Manukau on defence. These are big boys.
So while Danny Virk is now got the ball, I'll quickly read out the Danny Virk team. Number 1 is Kailem Vunipola, Ngāti Kahununu Tūwharetoa. Number 2, Jordan Donnelly, Ngāti Uenuku Rātahi. James Parkinson, number 3, Te Whānau Apanui. The next junior Tafolo, number 4, Ngāti Apa, Ngāti Kahununu. Akuhata Rewi, Ngāti Kahununu. Number 6, Braxton Wilson Clune, Tainui. Good Tainui name. Chance Sherrard Chase, no Rongo Whakaata Tūwharetoa. And as the Counties Manukau bring the ball out, number 8 is Giovanna Stevenson or Ngāti Apa. Eli Udenrine, Ngāti Rangitane. Number 10, Kahu Khan Mason, Ngāti Pro Ngāpuhi. So as you can see, there's quite a huge inter-iwi related these teams.
Yeah, it is, Uncle, but who said that Ngāpuhi can't play for Tūhoi, and who said Tūhoi can't go and play for Kahununu?
No, it's a choice. That's up to them.
Yeah, and who are we to say that they can't play? So that's good. But while now that Danny Berger's Kahununu taking the ball up, I'll just go through the Counties Manukau team here. Okay, at the back door, number 1, Hami Losa from Ngāpuhi. Number 2, Robin Proctor, Ngāpuhi. Number 3, Khalees Jesse Whatiolofa, Ngāti Samoa, but as follow the Tainui Ngāpuhi. Leon Richards, number 4, Ngāti Kahununu. Oh, playing against his own. And then, I don't know how you say this name, but Jack was, whatever his name is, Kokiri Hoepa, hey, that name Hoepa. Tapuika Ngāti Tukia. Levi Tuitahi, Tainui. Herini Holmes, number 7, Tainui. Rodney Tuipoloto Vea, Ngāti Kahununu, another for number 8. Doreen Lotaki, number 9, Tainui. Te Wāka Pōpata Hinare, number 10, Ngāti Kahu Ngāpui. Johnny the Pakalani, Tainui Te Rarawa. Kalani Peru Donaldson, something like that, Ngāpui, number 12. Taylon Shelford, number 13, Te Whakatohia. Alvin Chong Ni, number 14, Ngāti Kahununu. Sam Lurunui Hami, number 15, Ngāti Ranginui. Toa Kenny Leo, number 16, Ngāpui. Brooklyn Wharton, number 17, Tainui. Jerome Potini Poro, number 18, Tainui. Lane Marsh, number 19, Tainui Waikato. Tamihana, number 20, Tamihana Tonga, number 20, Ngā Ruahine. And because this is Counties Manukau, but there's a lot of these boys from all over, from up Ngāpui, all the way down Ngaitarangi, Kahununu, Whakatohia. So hey, they're all over the place.
Obviously, that's where they're grown up, and so that's where their parents are working.
Yep.
And of course, I would say some of them would know each other through their schools. Nā reira, kua hoki mai te pōri aene nā kia Counties Manukau, ko kua tiro te rua takau mita. Tere tau te whānau ki tērā tā, ko te whera mai aene nā ki te parirau. Tere tana kuhu whakarota mai, e nā te maumau tana mahuta no mo toro tika tonu, ko tahe mita mai te rārani piro i aene. O Counties Manukau, o oma tonu atu, o tiri ko atu ko piro, te tua piro totahi aene nā, kua taka mai kia Counties Manukau.
And our eyes are deceiving us, and we can't even see that number. But he's a big boy. It could be number 8. Number 8, Rodney Tuipoloto. We just go through our
replay. Nā ki te koe, te ritundara mamai konei. Huri atu. Through the tackle,
Or was it number 10?
te kumoho nei,
Te waka pōpata henare, or was...
nā koe nā.
Yeah.
Te waka pōpata henare. Ooh!
Hey.
Rawiri, when we look at some of these names over here, you know, my immediate whakaro is, these names here, they don't sound Maori, you know, especially in the team up here in Manukau here, with a team with a name like Whatia Tui Polotu Vea, kahia no tētahi, Alvin Chong Mi. So, kahia te Māori roto tērā. Let me assure you, people, that the whakapapa sheets have been brought up, they've been scrutinised by the board, and according to the whakapapa, their mothers, he Māori.
Yeah. And that's just the way it is.
Yep.
That's just the way it is.
And we don't segregate toto Māori.
Yeah. And we get a lot of people that will question it, and then, hey, but they've been scrutinised by JD and his people, and Uncle Hemana himself. But yeah, if we really want to do a protest, we got to pull this kid out and go. We'll most probably get it right tomorrow, but it's too late. Too late tomorrow.
Oh, don't worry. Over the years, we've had a few protests. We've had a few, definitely.
Yep.
And we had to get the player to give us his whakapapa, and happened to be two brothers, and they both said the same whakatauki.
Yep.
So we knew straight away they were schooled into what to say.
Yep.
Yeah? So that team, they were disqualified in playing in the finals.
Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with that. Typical. Here we go.
Now, which name is that one? That's your team, boy.
I just trying to number 12. Number 12. That's Kalan. However you pronounce your middle name, Donaldson. Oh no, that'll be his mother or his father.
Cologne, Peru.
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 Yeah,
French.
You know, I got that right first time. Kalan.
So, kai waho mai ane te rua te kaumita. O hoki mai ki tēnei ta, whakawhiti mai. Tūturu. Whāngai hea mai te pōro whakaroto e counties. E tō rātou hauka.
Obviously, these boys will be watching, like number 1 there, Hami Losa.
Yeah.
Be watching NRL, how they offload.
Yeah. Oh, the famous Benji Marshall offload.
Famous Benji Marshall offload. Wonder where that fella's from.
If I was allowed to say he's from Tuhua, I would.
Here we go, over.
Te piro tōrua tēnei ane nā kia counties Manukau.
Sorry, Vana, we didn't get that number, but we'll have to wait for the replay, see if we can. Unless somebody wants to text in to say, oh yeah, I know that number. Hard to read these numbers on these counties Manukau. Anyway, counties Manukau scored, and if you know him visually, well, that's your son, that's your boko, that's your nephew.
So when you look at between the two teams, obviously the league is very strong in Tamaki Makaurau in counties.
Yep.
With the teams coming out of counties, we've got the likes of Otahu, Papakura, very strong around that area. Tuakau, and of course you get the Waikato players as well. They can easily slot in.
You got a lot on this side of Auckland, and you got I like those North Coast. What are them? The
Tigers.
North Coast Tigers. But in saying that, it's been good, especially with myself in Rotorua here, and then over that went. Now, what's that, boy?
Beautiful kick. Now the try was converted, and so that extends the scores now to Manukau 12.
No, 10.
10. Sorry, 10.
Missed the first.
Missed the first one. And Danny Virk is still to score.
this boy's got his dreadlocks in the way of his number, and I can't see his number. No one would just say, oh, dreadlocks that kicked the conversion.
Ara wai te whakauri mai ai nina ia counties Manukau, I roto tori waho mai tō rātou te kaumita.
He must be a winger, number 5, so it's that. How do you... Oh, he's a hoepa, no wonder.
Good Ngāpuhi name.
For now. Good Ngāpuhi name, that hoepa name.
Anei te hoki mai ai nina counties Manukau, ai tēnei tā kua karo whakarota, ārei wātai ki te tuku i tana pā, hiki wana hoa. Arawa te tākaro a Danny Burke. Te mamahana tātou te kaumārima te pakeke o wenei taitamatāne.
Totally different game, obviously, from the kōtiro previous.
Ai.
How the counties Manukau just come out of their half and then they kicked. We only saw that once with Ngāpuhi doing that. Waikato in the previous game where the sun, where Danny Burke, Kahununu looking into the sun.
They didn't use the sun enough.
Didn't use the sun enough.
So with the penalty going, Danny Burke, they need it. They've got a bit of catch up to do now.
But that's expected, Uncle, from to the beginning of yesterday, 9 o'clock, right through to the last game now, and expecting these boys to be fresh from their first game they played yesterday. So it is a tiring one, and when you're playing in this heat, you do drop the ball like that.
Yep, quite easy. Get out of the road, referee.
Yeah, really.
Well, you know, when playing in a open grade, you've got to play 5 games to get into the final.
5 games, yep.
You have 3 tough games in the same day, and a semi-final in the morning, followed by a final. So it is brutal, to say the least.
That's when all that nutrition stuff comes in, and then hydrating.
Or management of the team
yeah,
as well.
Yeah. And that's when you get a lot of our people here that for these kids here to manage them, make them like when we go back to Rātoki and like that, we like to feed our kids.
Yes,
well, and that's how we've been brought up. If our papa put something on the table, you stay there and you eat it, no matter how healthy or unhealthy it is.
Yeah. No, that's right. Koe nei te pai o tēnei tōna mana rāwiri. E kotahitana, manaakitana,
Yep.
aroha nui. They may be hitting out tinana ki te tinana, but at the end of the day, they all get together, awhi. Maori ki te Maori. Doesn't matter what tribe or hapu you come from. Nei te whakahoki harati ai nei nā counties Manukau ki tērā tahara anō. Tatatonu, ka raruraru anō a Danny Burke. Tuku mohone I awai rotei tērā tākaro.
Okay, number 12 was that boy again, that Kalan Perot Donaldson. Parou.
So that's been
Peru.
te kau mawha ia nei nā kau te ko te kiki kai te toi te hala mai. Here's the replay. Yep, tika tāhau, mate. Just a dozen. Kalani Donaldson.
Kalani Donaldson, yeah. Hopefully we got it right, whānau. Hope you could, what we've got on our paperwork here, that's how we relate the person to the number on their jersey. And the fellow, it wasn't number 3. It's actually got number 4, or dreadlocks. Or braids he's got. And if it's number 4, it's the right person, it's Leon Richards.
Oh, that get the conversion.
Yeah. So he's been kicking and
Riley, do you want to check?
kicking all the conversions.
O tēnei kiki ane kai rote te rua te kaumita mai te rā tahara anō. And the same person is going to do the kicking. Kāre iawa, kona hona kau te kau mawha. ki te kore ki a Danny Burke. Whitena te rai konei, kua iti te pupuhi o te hau, e nari ko te āhua o te papatua nuku a tāhua. I think you would know this, that already doesn't matter. Rain, hail or snow here on this ground is still perfect.
Yep. And that's right too. We pride ourselves in this stadium. Like yourself, Uncle, you were saying that you used to commentate out of here in the 90s.
Yes.
Out of a little caravan up the top here. But the field's always a lot of passion, a lot of mana in this passion in this field.
There's a kudos to the council who look after it,
Yep.
And the groundsman, and the staff that works here.
And a good relationship too with the stadium staff and Rotorua Lakes Council.
Yep, yes, that certainly helps. I remember when we had our Tūhoe Ahu Day here a couple of years ago. Already we had the stage over there, remember?
Yep.
And it was one of the best venues we've ever had.
Glad that with the Tūhoe Ahu Day coming to Rotorua. Here we go.
And that was the first Ahu Day we had that we didn't owe any money. We actually, the Ahu Day had paid for it itself before it even started. Just goes to show you the great fundraising and the support of the council that allowed us to use the stadium.
And on all our Tūhoe people here as well.
Yep. And we find Counties Manukau. Now your team is getting a bit too good for me now. My Danny Burke team is koretake at the moment.
They're all ours at the end. Okay, number one, Hamilosa.
Yep.
Yeah, that's him. Hamilosa in Ngāpui, that fella.
All right. So there's another Ngāpui with a tick to his name.
Yeah, yep. Well done, Ngāpui.
Yep. So the scores are extended now to 18 with the kick to come. The fellas had enough practices from that end of the paddock.
Yeah, well, oh, there's another kicker now.
Or have they changed the kickers?
Change the kicker, yeah. He hasn't got dreadlocks, that fella.
Ah, okay. That's how we know.
He's dreadlocks down there. You know, it was pretty good when my son-in-law, he performed for, who did he perform? Mātātua.
Oh, yes. And, yeah. Hiria Solomon.
For the Hill, or was it
Ruatahuna?
Yeah, anyway, and then he performed. So, and that was good because my moko the first time there in Ahuri, and then my daughter as well. My daughter being tūhaurangi.
Okay.
And then she stepped up with her
Stepped up
husband.
then, yep.
Well, shall I say your husband, Ricky Rice, or your husband to be yet? But yeah, no, it was good. It was good. And a bit short, eh?
Aye.
A bit short on that one.
So the Counties Manukau is pouring in the tries now, but not getting the conversions. But it doesn't matter. The try is with what it's with.
Yeah, but if we turn around in the second half and Kohununu come through, and then they start scoring tries and then kicking their conversion,
That makes a difference.
Yeah, that'll make a difference, and that's what's been happening right through this tournament. Just that 2 points, that conversion.
O tīmata hi ata noi ane nā mai Danny Burke. Ai whakahoki mai te pōro ka arawa te o ma awati te 2 mita ka tahana ka rutua. Tēnei te tākoro tuatahi a counties. Ai te pukumahi te tanata nei nā. O counties. Ana kua hāmene hia i ane na ko Danny Burke. E tāro na kaki. Penalty for a high tackle. Manukau benefits again. There was only 2 tackles. Oops, and the kick didn't go out.
Kohununu benefit now. And he had to jump looking into the centigrade.
Yeah, that was a good catch. Anei te whakahoki mai ane nā Danny Burke. Mai roto tonu tō rātou whenua, ko kuhua tiki roto 5 mita te whenua o Counties Manukau. Haere whakamua tonu. O te tākoro tiorua tēnei. Māro ana te rutu ki raro. O Tāmai ana ki te tākora whakamutuna. Te retoni te omātua te kaitikapa, te retoni tana kalokalo atu nari kua whakawhiti. Kāre iawa kua pau, kua whakawhiti te pōro. You know, when you're on the last tackle, you've got to be sure you're going to get it. Otherwise,
You're going to go over.
you're going to gift the ball to the other side. 50-50 is when you kick that ball.
County's running it out now. Oh, well, here comes. See what they do from here, and see what Kahununu do as stopping them from coming out.
Ia nena ko tukuna mai ki te rā tahara ano ko o kārawe nā tākalo a Danny Work. Kāri tawhiti tana oma, ai wahotunu mai tana te kaumita. I roto i tēnei ane te tākalo tuatoru.
And when you're behind at 18-0, and you're running into the sun, it is hard yards.
Absolutely. You know, you have to play catch-up football, and that's when the mistakes start to creep in.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, kārawe. Oh, ana kua mono te tanata nei no. Kārawe te tākalo.
Number one there, Harvey
Tain
Loft.
Harvey, no Ngāti Raukawa. Kārawe tēnā tākalo. Roto i tēnei te tākalo whakamutina tēnei e whakaumahia nei. Kua mau, whakawhiti te pōro. See what's happening there. There's no real playmaker that I can see
No,
on both sides, you know,
no, that's right.
to dictate the calls on the last tackles. I need to have, kārawe te o mā Danny Work. Kārawe te kapo whenua haere. Mai ko te kaitikapa ane ko tāmati rautahi, mai kahununi toru. Tana ki tatia ane ia next tafolo o Ngātiapa, kahununi. O pleihe mai e te pōri ane ina. O kārawe te mālo o tērā oma. I roto i tēnei te tākalo whakamutina. Kai te rua te kaumāru o mita i ane ina. Ana ko te kiki poto. Kārawe te kiki poto enari e tawhiti rawa. Te kaumāwaru ki te kore, te kauteki Wananui a Counties Manukau i tēnei wā. O nā tamatāne, te kaumārima. Ai te pukumahi ane nā Counties ki te whakahoki mai te pōro ki tērā tahara ano. Kua hoki mai te whakaaro ki a rātou, ko tātou kai mua hara na whiwhiu hara hia te pōro. With plenty of confidence, they can afford to throw the ball around.
Yeah, yep.
Rawiri?
Yeah, that's what it looks like with this Counties Manukau
Yep.
team. And obviously, when you can throw the ball around like that, you have confidence within your teammate that's going to receive it.
Yep.
Here they go. Oh, well, that's clever. That's clever. Kahununu got to return it and running back into the sun.
Yes, next to Tafolo. Running. O kārawe te nā mo whakawhiti atu ki tērā tahara ano. Ko te tākolo tūrua tēnei, e takatakahia nei te whenua, e Danny Work kāpai kua tāmai ki te wehena rua ia nei, o kua atu ki roto i te tākolo tuatoru.
Geez, I wouldn't want to tackle them either. I'll let them run.
Tākolo tuawha ia nei na. Tātaturu ka pakaru. Enare kua pakaru mai kai hia te whakaru ia nei na. O te piro tata hia Danny Work, o taku moho nei, ko Braxton, Wilson, Clune, no tainui.
Could see a bit of structure in that encore.
Right.
They'll Kahununu build their way up.
They just threw the ball around, drew the opposition, and then flicked it on. Here it is again. Yeah, Clune to set it up, and he also finished it off. The first try to Danny Work.
I suppose having that bit of a confidence too that you can do a pass like that, and the person that's receiving it, obviously the Wards is getting that 4 points. So hopefully that'll build them up coming into just to the first stage of this half, just about over. Well, not that far away, but
Well, it's better to crack the egg than having nothing.
Yeah.
And it's a magnificent kick.
Magnificent
kick. And that was from their scrum half, Chance Sherrard Chase. From Rongo Whakaata to Wharetoa.
It's our half time now, people.
And the scores remain at 18-6. With the second half to come, stand by.
What are they playing for? What's their tragedy they're playing for? Have we mentioned it?
Six. It's a different sort of hard work.
Our 15th trophy for our tama is named the Kori Kingi. Kori Kingi was out of the Upper Hutt Club in Wellington, coming through the system and an elite player, and unfortunately an untimely passing saw Corey leave us, but we'll remember him, and his trophy incidentally is the one that's been around the longest since the year 2000. So his trophy has been going 20 years, exactly the same as our Rangatau tournament. So that's the 15's tama. The 17's tama is the Luke Tipene trophy, and Luke was an outstanding person, come to our Rangatau tournaments, tragically lost his life, and it's just great that we can honour Luke in terms of the 17 Rangatau, because that's what he was about. He was a proud Māori boy, a great player, had it all ahead of him, and unfortunately his untimely passing saw him lost to us.
Righty, we're going to do a mad dash. You just stand there after the curtain. You just set up the room.
Welcome back to the second half of this 15's tama final between the counties Maori and Kohununu and Dannyburg Tigers. Obviously Dannyburg Tigers, it must be a club team, but good on them, and the way that these counties Maori have been playing is a mixture of the boys from all clubs from up there. I'd just like to say that the 15s, Tama, they're playing for Corey Kingi Memorial Trophy or cup or whatever.
It's a trophy. Yeah.
It's a trophy. That's what they'll be playing for at the end of this second half. And just before we kick off there, I'd like to mention our 3 sponsors that, we've got a lot of sponsors, but our major ones here, Ellis Post Tension, One Foundation obviously, and also our local production, Gecko Productions here in Whakaue.
O ti matāts te tākore ai nena mai a Danny Virk. Nei te whakahoki mai a nena a counties. I roto i tēnei te tākoro tūhu tatatonu ka pakaru mai.
See how counties Maori playing into the sun, see how they go.
Ai.
Especially with their momentum, and that's sort of something that Kahununu didn't want in their half. So here comes another six tackles, and they're already counties already in things half, Kahununu's half.
Yeah, so for the referee we got for this game is Sunny Whakarau. From Rauparaha territory, and touch judges are Bertha Makiha and Moses Cooper. Those are our touch judges for this final. The question is, Daniel should not let them score again, and they have just let them score again, and that's enough to break their spirit right at the beginning of the second half.
That's exactly for counties Māori. If they wanted to score running into the sun like that, I will just get a number of that player. Number 9, the dummy half.
Dummy half, hey? What's his name?
His name, he likes to have a name, Doreen Lotaki. Doreen Lotaki, where's he from? Lotaki might be from Tonga. Oh, I'm not talking he's Tainui there for
A beautiful day here at Rotorua International Stadium, where the sun is starting to stream through, and we're slowly getting more and more people coming in to watch the finals.
We got number 4 kicking, and on our page, it's Leon Richards. That's all dreadlocks.
That's his name.
Dreadlocks.
That
Cowboy.
certainly extends the scores now to counties 24 and Dannyburg 6.
I must also mention too that if Uncle hasn't already mentioned, this tournament is in its 20th year for the Rangatahi tournament, and it's going back to the year 2000, where there was only 2 teams, and there was Auckland Māori and Te Whanganui Atara. They were the only teams back in 2000. Now we've gone from there to 2 teams to 2020 as 39, 38 teams today, this weekend. There we go.
Ko pakari manu iane nei te parirau mō counters ka arawa tana ma whātekau mita ke tana o māts te tahatu nei te rārani kia tere tenu tana whakahoki mai te pōr kua kawe asi ane e tēnei o nā paumua kua urati rota i te rua te kau mita kai te nui nā tākori ki te toe ki a counties kua pupuri hati te pōr kua kuhati ane i rota i te kau mita o te whenua whenawhero tēnei e tiki nāti nei hāre whakalato, kara whakaloto papu nā wāwai ka alawe nā ritu a Dannyburg. E roto i tēnei te tākoro toko whā. Kua whiu ātano i ane na au ka alawe te oma, ko tahi atu ki roto i te hauru. Alawe te oma. Rua te kau mā waru, ko te kiki kai te toi ki te haramai.
Hey, there was number 11, Johnny Pakalani. Number 11 that scored that try, obviously with Robin Proctor, number 2, making the big run up the sideline, and then finishing it off like that. That's sort of stuff running into the sun that's going to dent the hearts of our kahunu whanaunga. But hey, at least they're one of them that made it to that final.
Yep, that's absolutely right. It's a mission to get to the finals, and you've got to go extra hard to win the final. Eh?
That's right. It's a mission to get to this tournament, to play in this tournament,
Yep.
to get to the final.
Correct. And so that's why mihi goes out to all the whānau and the fundraisers that they've been having to get to this tournament, and of course to their individual sponsors for each team. Ka nui te mihi.
And our Dreadlocks, Leon Richards kicks another conversion. I don't know if it's commentating like, number 4, Leon Richards just kicks it. Of course he just kicked it because it's just come up on the screen. So all I'm doing is just putting words to the actions that Leon just done.
O ki mana ki te tīmata nei ai nei na, hōhonu te kiki. Ki te watana tāno na, anei te whakahoki mai.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
You know, when you've been on defence so long, it soon gets tired.
Yeah. And
That's going to
especially
take a lot out of you. That's taking a lot of energy out of you. And you tend to take the half shortcut, and you get penalised for not going back to 10 yards.
there was number 12, Kalani Donaldson, did that big run.
Yep. You can see the counties Monaco, this team is well drilled. They know exactly what they're doing.
With our whānau in Australia, I hope that this is a true testament. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
And over he goes.
they're too tired. They're running out of puff for the tackles, Danny Verk. So Counties Monaco runs in another 4-pointer. Bring the scores to 34 with a kick to come. You can see the clever little kick, of course.
Yep.
Very their play.
That number 15 was. Get off him so I can see his number. Yeah, number 15 on our paper there's Sam Riranui. Obviously the Riranui name is Naitarangi.
Aye, absolutely. O tēnei kiki ane nā kai wahoma te 2 tekau mita. Who's our kicker?
Our kicker now is Dreadlocks. Leon Richards.
Brackets dreadlock.
Yeah, with our whānau in Australia, just before that try was scored, if you can see the true testament of how Māori can not bring an indigenous tournament, but to have Māori tournament here and look at the caliber of players out there, and just a true testament to Auckland and counties, how they operate, player management. Look at these kids here, none of them. Oh, there's a couple there that doing a bit of stretching, but that's expected at this time of the day, this time of the tournament.
Taru te kaumaono ki te ono, tēnei wā. And Danny Verk started off again. This time they go the other way.
Oh, come
And
on,
they've done
Dreadlocks.
very well.
Dreadlocks.
That's what happens when you kick into the sun.
Yep,
That guy wasn't confident in catching the ball, so he let it bounce. E ko hoki mai te nono ki ai nā kia Danny Verk, te kaumita. I roto i nā tākolo e rima ko te tikana me piro rātou. Once you get down that end, within 5 tackles, he should be able to come up
Should
with
be
some
able to
points.
score. Yep. Obviously, there's a plan happening with this back line.
Nei te timata Nazi ai nei. Kāra o te tami. It'll be the chance, a chase.
Here we go.
Kāra o nā wawau a counties manukau. O māsi ai nei ko Khan Mason. Mai nā te parau nā puhi.
Down.
Got tau, yep.
Yep. That's the way. Got down here through a mistake.
Further 4 points now to Danny Virk. So handy to the goalpost. And that was a bit of a struggle to get across. So we now wait for the kick. And it's just a comeback from Danny Virk. Mātaki tanu mai.
And that's clever play by getting down there for a mistake from Counties Maori, and obviously they capitalised on it. Kohununu capitalised on that, so hopefully they may pick them up a bit, but yeah, it's a long way. 36-10 now.
Awarake, me tuahuta na mahu na kātika. I thought it was a simple conversion.
Yep,
there.
I thought it was. Yep.
So the scores remain the same. Tori te kau maono, ki te kau.
It's good when you're sitting in this commentary box, you get fed healthy food, and you get all these drinks that you don't have to get up and go anywhere, and then the sun's not shining on us, but we get the best view. So we're getting hosted very well up there, up here. Thank you to our Get-Go production management staff.
Trouble is, you can't eat and commentate at the same time.
Well, you caught it all, and I'll have a bite.
What's in with the Yasano Yane in that county? Oh, Karawa Topu Maya Danny Virk. Did it turn out for Hockey Mike? What that's Yane Naki Kotatati de Turu te Kaumita. Arawa te Nao my Matthew Antis no Fakatohia. And they tell Matsodio Yane, oh, Karawa to well, not the Pukuriri Turu te Nao. That's full of anger in that running.
Yep.
Already, and third tackle coming up. And away goes Valern Vunipola. Vunipola. Why do I know that name? Vunipola.
Vunipola, the Vunipola that the number 8 for England. Rugby,
Yes.
Rugby, so,
Rugby,
in the centre.
Aye, yep.
In the centre, and then the other brother plays on the wing for Samoa.
Correct. That's why the name rang a bell.
Yep.
And here's Counties Manukau going in. Aloha my Danny Virk going in. Very close for their third try. That was a very good counter attack
Last tackle.
by Danny Virk. Hoki mai nei ki Wahorano. Wa whanapote. Oh, wa taka whakamura te pō. Hoki mai te nono ki aini na kia Danny Virk.
Obviously getting down there and not scoring, but made a mistake. Counties made a mistake, but
Another 5 more tackles.
Yeah, Danny Virk still in there.
Those are some good strong runs from 2 of their props from Danny Virk at Awiri.
That was their reserve props they come on. So obviously they got a bit of energy to burn, and that was good.
Ooh, yes.
That's down for a try. Another good completion there.
A try is a try. Good comeback from Danny Virk after that penalty. Let's have a look at who scored the try. Good runoff. I think it was their number 6. give it to Clune. I think it might have been Wilson Clune. Bueno, tiakiti ane mo te whana. Karawe kawa. That's Charles Sherrard Chase. So that makes it a little bit more respectability
It does,
from
it does,
Danny Berg.
It's quite good because the Danny Verk got up there and twice, 2 mistakes by counties Monaco, and they've
That's all they needed.
the one they scored was number 1.
Number 1, eh? Oh, that would have been Vunipola.
This is last 2 teams. I can't see the name.
So it just goes to show, Rawiri, there's still a bit of fire in Dannyburg.
Yep.
Tima te hea tino i ane, nei te whakahoki mai ane na Dannyburg.
It's a good run.
Yep. O mātiki te taha poto i ane.
Good run and also a good defensive tackle.
Yeah. You know, they're not big, they're small, but they're wiry.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of their body strength. Where's the big fellas? I'm waiting for the big fellas to come in.
Right in the centres there.
Ooh. He got injured in that tackle.
Robin Proctor there, just through a mistake from Kahununu, Dannyburg Tigers. The mistake there. Oh, here we go. Something's happening.
A bit of injury here.
Oh, he's going to talk to the touch judge.
Oh, I know this. Yep.
And he's going to point to us up here. Oh, knock on, eh?
Yep.
He's going to point to us and get a second decision. So
Yep.
we're going to go into replay. And doesn't look a knock on to us.
On the advice of the sideline umpire, of course.
Yep. So sorry to Robin Proctor, but yeah, you can only carry on until the ref blows his whistle.
So ko puri atu te pōri ai nina Chance Chase. O karawa te puta te pōri ki waho. O ko takahi atu te pēni hini ai nina ki te rā tahara ano. O takahi atu ano. O karawa te pahi whakaroto mai. Me te tākaro hoki a Counties Manukau. Ki te rā tahara ano. O te tākaro tuaruna ho tēnei kara hiu atu nei ai nei. Te ere te hoki mai o Counties Manukau.
Good defensive tackle there from the number 1, Jaime Losa. It takes us to full time. Full time with Counties Maori taking that out 36 to Dannyburg Kahununu 16. Well done, Tama 15th.
Yes, and Corey King he used to be a two-way player when in under 18s for us all those years ago, and he unfortunately passed away in a freak accident in Wellington. He used to play for Petone. Not Petone, Upper Hutt. And not long after that, then the coaches decided to raise a tonga for his loss, and that's the Corey King tonga.
Well done to both teams out there. Okay, fine. We're gonna just take another break now, and because we got some kaya in front of us, and the uncle said that it'll be funny trying to eat your kaya and kōrero at the same time. So we're gonna have something to eat.
Crunchies, yeah.
Did you hear it? Alex. 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 What?
E mātakitaki mai nā hurino i te motu tēnā nora tātou katoa. Nau mai ki Rotorua International Stadium, te wahana ko kuhati tātou ianina ki te whakapau hatu i te tākaro whakamutina mō nā taitama tāne te kaumāwhitu ki raro. O nā tīma kai te pakana i āneina, ko te kotahitana, mai i tāmaki makawira. Nā, mai te tahitaha, o Taranaki. Koe nei nā tīma koe ki te whakamutuna, nā reira, a kuake nei nā, e ki tai tātou koe, ka kawe atu i te taona o te Luke Tīpene. Koe ira te taona kai te tākaro hea, e nā teita matāne nei nāina. Whitina te rā, rawa na te papatākaro, nā kai te rawa te noho ana whānau ki nā haki, kai te pai nai nā rā, me ki koe ira te kōrero, kai te pai nai nā rā.
Thank you, whānau. If you feel hear a bit of mumbling, it's because I'm just trying to swallow my bun that I just ate. But welcome back to our final game for the 2020 COVID hit rangatahi tournament. Obviously, I'll go read out the teams, the teams that are playing, Taranaki and Kotahitanga. And it's good that with this COVID stuff we got this far. Okay, I've got the duties of doing the Taranaki whānui team, but before I do that, one more shout out to our sponsors. One Foundation. What's the other one is One Foundation and who are they? Obviously Gecko Productions themselves.
And while he thinks of the other name, Karima, we are now lining up the customary haka before the two games commence. So as we can see, Taranaki Whānui has combined with Taranaki Maori. They're both on the same area. And persuade the Kotahitana with their very small group. Obviously injuries has played a bit of a part in this. Now let's listen as the Hakas do their bit. As Taranaki moves forward to the 10-metre mark, the Kotahitana remain where they are, close to the 10-metre mark. And as they stir the blood, the ihi, the wehi, within the finalities of their hakas, you've got to be amazed at where's the energy coming from, one in the haka and two in the actual rugby league itself.
Yeah. I suppose that's the beauty of being indigenous, the beauty of being Maori.
And rangatahi, and young.
And young. And then you step up for your haka, you step up for the game.
And there you are, there's the two hakas completed. And of course there is a trophy for the best haka from the men's and women's, be it under 15, under 17, they're all combined. Combined haka for the men's and combined haka for the women's. Okay, let's have a look at the teams now. Firstly, Kotahitana 17, under 17s men, fullback Chicago Doyle Whakatohea, Tia Rani Woodman Tuhoro Napuhi on the wing. Centres Kobe K, Ngāti Parau, Kaitiaki Broughton, Ngāti Parau. On the wing, Jarius Isoefa, Ngāti Whātua. Reese Brown, Ngāpuhi. Keono Kini, Ngāti Porou. Tain Kolose, Tainui. Navajo Doyle, Whakatohea. Shea Clark, Ngāti Whātua. Nathaniel Tangi Mataiti, Ngāti Whātua. Levon Robson Pure, Te Arawa. Norman Rua, Te Arawa. Jaden Harris, Ngāpuhi. Boston Kake, Ngāpuhi. Kevin Nico Rush, Tainui. Robin Herbert, Te Arawa. Carlos Tairawhiti, Tainui. Jacob Laban, Te Atiawa. Brody Bishop, Ngāpuhi. And Salesi Whaketi, Raukawa. And that is the Kotahitana team. As you can see, from Auckland, they are a mixed bunch.
Mixed bunch, all right, but hey, there's a Ngāpuhi, there's everybody in there. But I'll just go through our Taranaki Whānui team. Number one, Rangi Ahua Nichols, Te Atai Tanga Mahaki, Kaisen Broughton, number two, Te Ateawa, Whatia Auma Moheo Leota, that was a big name, that one. Number three, Ngāti Tama, Akaina Tairia Thompson, Ngāti Kahununu, Jordan Bird, number five, Ngāti Kahununu, Paul Emmanuel, number six, Rātana, Maraki Aumua, number seven, Ngāti Porou, Malakai Hala, number eight, Kahununu, Renata Campbell Simon, number nine, Te Atiawa, Arama Kite, number 10, Ngāti Maniapoto, Tukaha Ashby, number 11, Ngāti Rua Hine Rangi, Deontay or Rore, is that how you say his name? Dante Rore, number 12, Ngāti Ruanui, Shea Potaka, number 13, Ngāti Ruanui, Thomas Lilo, number 14, Ngāti Kahununu, what's it? Devon, Donovan, Gordonay, number 15, Kahununu, Fifitu Timora, number 16, Tuhoi, Fraser Taurima Hepiri, number 17, Kahununu, Tawhiwhi Karaitiana, number 18, Morehu, Barclay Crib, number 19, Ngā Rua Hinerangi, Te Pautoko Manoa Mātātahi, Ngāti Rauru, that's number 20, number 21, Benjamin Manhinik, 21, Te Ateawa, and Kohi Hoa, number 22, another Tuhoi. Ora whānau. Enjoy our kōrero from me and Uncle. We'll try and be as humble as we can, and we'll try and be as hard case as we can as well. There's no restrictions on what we say and do here, but enjoy.
And we'll try and be as blind as a bat.
We'll try and be as blind as the NRL referees.
The referee for this game is Tāne Manu, and touch judges Wallace Nuku and Paki Naira. So those are our officials for this, the finals of the Tamatane under-17s. And it just goes to say the relevance of a tournament of this nature, rangatahi, the depth that can be developed for our Tuakana tournament and Labour Weekend. And so with 39 teams here, who knows what's going to be in Labour Weekend.
And that's just the beauty of getting this rangatahi tournament, keeping it strong, keeping its value strong. And I'm not moaning because it's in Rotorua. Hey, I haven't got far to come in and do whatever I have to do for this, but it's a good showcase for our league orientated kids back here in Rotorua.
Ko hoki mai te nono ki aenena ki a Taranaki, te retonu te taiata o te kotahitana, ko ruti tonu, wa te kaumi te tonu roto I te whenua o Taranaki aenei te pōre whakahoki a mana e rātau.
Well, at least we can, Uncle, at least we can see these numbers. I got the duty of looking after naming all the Taranaki boys that are doing the hard yards.
Yes.
But at least I can see their numbers from where I am. I'm just about like these referees. They can see everything that goes wrong. Well, they think they can.
Well, it makes it so much easier from a commentator's point of perspective when the numbers are emblazoned big enough to see. It's a necessary part of our commentary, given this is the first time we've commentated on this team.
Yeah,
Had we been doing it year in, year out, then you'll get to know that players by name, by sight, automatically.
Yes, and that's just how it is here. Obviously, when you get to an age like our uncle and myself, our glaucoma starts to settle in. So we do our best for what we've got in front of us. And if we get it wrong, it's no malice there. But hey, to everybody that down in Taranaki, if I get anything wrong, it's because what's on my. Obviously, we got replay, so we can look at it twice, and then correct ourselves.
And with Te Kotahitana now hard on attack, they've just crossed the halfway line and coming through with their number 6, Jacob Laban from Te Atiawa. 10 metres now into Taranaki's territory. So they've gained quite a lot of metres here in the last tackle coming up for Te Kotahitana. Out it comes this way to their designated kicker. And he's using the sun to good effect. There it is, that's the comeback.
Oh, somebody was offside there. But obviously that was clever play because
Yes.
the two other games that previous, the team coming from our right to left, obviously they had the sun to deal with. Yep. And the team coming from left to right were see how clever they were by using that.
Yep. The higher the better. Kotahitana again pinged twice in a row.
Obviously, we got another different referee. This fellow here, I've seen him around a few times, but he seems to be a bit more stricter on how to manage the game. I suppose that comes into respect from the players back to the referee as well. Not so much with us on the sidelines here.
No, it's got to acknowledge the referees for doing the job over the weekend. 15 referees amongst 39 teams. That's a hell of a lot of games to referee.
That's a lot of games for one referee. But then you look on the sideline, there's about 2,000 referees. and
always is.
It always is. Always is.
Anei ko hoki mai anena ki Taranaki, tā kai te rātaha. Ai whakahoki mai te pōlo. Nari kai reira te wawao a Kotahitana. In the last couple of years, Rawari, the Kotahitana and Auckland, they sort of separated instead of playing for Auckland. There's supposed to be an Auckland side, this Kotahitana, but they decided to change their name to Kotahitana and separate themselves from the Auckland squad.
Well, that's good though. When it's, I know that when Auckland comes down, whether it's in the rangatahi, and then who's going, and he scored, and that'll be
very hard to see who scored that.
Number nine, which was Renata Campbell Simon,
and he died for that. So,
yeah, there he is, number 9.
Yes, the cover just wasn't fast enough or quick enough to counter that. So ko hare whakamua i ane ko Taranaki.
And yeah, you're right, Uncle. With when you get a team that comes down into the Maori tournament and their name comes under Auckland this and Auckland that, but when you come under Kotahitanga or Taranaki whānui, and then they know that that's a tūturu team that's coming from their rohe, and like everybody knows, Kotahitanga, that's made up of all these contracted players. But hey, so be it.
Exactly. No, a few years ago, I questioned some of my Ngāti Whātua colleagues up there, and I says, look, why don't you put a team in, under your umbrella? Because we've got a lot of Auckland urban players, and they're calling themselves Auckland, which is fine. But, when it comes to the rohe, it's either Tāmaki Makaurau or Ngāti Whātua.
That's right.
Tāmaki Makaurau is the 100 wakas that used to trade there. So Tamaki Makaurau should be the proper name for those teams coming out of Auckland.
Yep. No, that's right too, Uncle. That conversion was kicked by Maraki Omua from, it ties back to Ngāti Porou. And obviously I can't say, kotahitanga ready to kick off, because actions will speak for itself, because of course they're going to kick off. And there you go.
Nice long deep kick. And here comes the runner, the first carry of the ball. Straight into three tacklers from Kotahitanga in the 20-metre zone. Tackle number 2. The defence must give Kotahitanga their defences solid in the beginning stages of this game.
That'll be a true reflection towards the end of the game.
Yes, correct.
The last 5 minutes, you defend well, you attack well, and it's just those little steps you take.
Yep. But they end up being gigantic.
Yeah, and then obviously with the sun that Taranaki are running into.
So coming out of the 30 metres, it's Taranaki. With rugged defence from Kotahitanga. It's meant to upset him. There's the kick. Allowing fullback and or winger to run back. Anei te whakahoki mā te pōri, ai nei nā mai a te Kotahitanga, ka arawa ta naoma mai, te kaumita ki mua, kai waho te rua te kaumārua mita i ai nei nā. E whakahoki a mai nā te pōro, hai o matita hati i tērā taharano. E nari kai te kahate wawao a Taranaki.
See how good this Taranaki defence holds up to a good attacking team like Kotahitanga.
Yes, they've got all the glimpses of wanting to move the ball, haven't they?
Yep. Unlucky, good play there, but it was forward.
The idea was there.
The idea was there, and it wasn't forward in my eyes. But
Well, I'm a bit one idea. How can he see it as a forward when he was on the other side, 10 metres out?
Yeah, and he's right in front of us.
And he's right in front of us.
He's right in front of us, so I was on the line.
So he must have a right angle eye to see that.
Yeah. He might have one of those two hoi eyes.
Oh, no.
So Taranaki are moving it forward and doing it hard.
It's the defence that Kotahitanga is providing at the moment.
Yep.
The question is, how long can they do that?
Yep. That was Malakai Hala.
That's a very strong run.
Oh.
And he's lost the ball and a penalty to come.
And that's the sort of stuff you need to get into that half and then get a penalty. There's another 6 coming. No, another 5 tackles coming.
Yes. So ko Taranaki ai nei na kairo te tirua te kaumita ko Timata sono.
Mana tuni te pau toko manawa. Mā tātahi.
Tākora tuarua kai wahau te kaumita i ai nei ko kuhati ki roto te whenua whero. Awa whia tiki tērā taharano. Tawhitirawa te pāhi. Unlucky for Taranaki. Good luck to Kotahitanga.
Oh, no. Unlucky for Kotahitanga because they got penalty.
Yep.
They got penalised.
Unlucky for them. Twice over.
This ref sees everything.
Oh, no.
They might. That's still early days yet. But yeah, good luck to Taranaki.
Well, they're moving that ball around with some purpose.
Yeah,
that's the difference. So from the 10 metres, they decide to run the short side, and he drops the ball. Just what Te Kotahitanga needed. Better luck.
Hard luck to Taranaki there because they were in a...
They were building up.
Yep, they were building up, and they just, as previous games, you make a mistake and you build up to, and you want to walk away with 6 points, But obviously, still early days for Taranaki.
Nā rere, kua tau mai te nono ki ane te kaumita i te rata hao te whira ki a te kotahitana. Hei whāngai ati te pōro. Good weather for Open Rugby League.
Good weather for being on the water. Well, our lakes just opened up on Thursday.
Oh my gosh. No, I don't understand that. You get penalised for holding, for running with the ball. That I don't understand.
There's no replay. Yeah. I just seen it on the delay there. He didn't run up, but that's just.
It's never heard Doyle that's been spoken to. I think he must be the captain of the team. So what did he use? An elbow?
Oh, yeah, used the elbow, but unintentionally, I think, because it just protect. Yeah, that's just a natural reaction.
There you are. There's the fortunes of the game. With 5 tackles to go, they panic and they lose the ball in the first tackle.
I'd like to Taranaki there. What was his name? Arama Kite or Arama Kite, but I think it's more Kite. Made a good run there, lost the ball, and one of the Taranaki boys got the ball offside, so unlucky.
Arawa te oma whakamua mai ai nei nā te kotahitana. Kua huri ati ki te rata, enari kua arawa te pāhi, kua whānai ati ki waholano i ai nei nā. Kua hua te whera mai te kēti, kua takahi ati te pēni hini i ai nei nā. Kai te oma haere tonu, kai te kimi haere kai hia tana hoa. Kai te enari ka arawa te piro. Ātahua te piro a te kotahitana. Mai te toru te kaumita, nau pakaruke mai te whā te kaumita. Whā te kaumita tērā o mātua tēnei tanata, ko tahi atu ka piro. That's what you call pure brute and strength.
Yep. And that's what we've been talking about. Coming through, you make a mistake in their half, and you score, and you come out with 4 points. But obviously, the Kotahitanga, they took advantage of that mistake that Taranaki did, and then now the Taranaki are turning around, standing behind the post. But that was just a good sequence of play there in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I can't name you who that player was because I haven't got his number. He must have changed jersey at the last minute.
Was the number 12, was it, that scored?
Well, I thought it was 22. Was it 12?
Well, who it was a big run, big follow.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I haven't even got a 12.
What's on the bottom? On the bottom.
Salesi Foketi.
Oh, that looks like a Foketi. Foketi your number.
Well, that try initiated from way back over here in their own half.
Well, it might be 22 or whoever it is.
But it was a very, very strong run.
Yep.
Well, that's what you call determined running.
And that's clever play coming out from defending and getting penalised or this and that twice and then scoring.
Yeah, they were committing the tackler and then at the last minute releasing the ball. Yep. There was always support play on either side.
Maraki Amua kicking off. And if the ref turns around, he should stop the game because he's
look at this. Another breakout.
There's a little kid on the field.
I'm sure the same fellow. I'm sure the same fellow that's running.
Yeah, number 22. Ref, you saw that little protester kid? Nah.
Was that a cat that ran on the field?
No, a little kid and one of the Kotahitanga boys. The Taranaki grabbed that kid. Obviously, then he couldn't.
That's not good. That's not good because that spoils the flow of the game.
Yeah, and that Taranaki boy couldn't commit to the tackle. But,
But that was a very, very strong run. I think it was the same player.
yeah, that same.
Okay,
Jesus, this fella's dishing out penalties more than the first two games, first two finals.
I'll have to have a chat to him after. Nā ko hāmeni hea iāne nā ko Taranaki, ko kiki poto hea, ko teki ati kia whakahoki ati te pōra, anā te, ka arawa e te oma, tuki atu ni hea. It's like a raging bull, that run.
Raging, what do they call him? That Gordon Tellis sort of.
Oh,
runner.
yes, oh, yes.
Yep. They should have actually have field management down there, because you got a cameraman down there, you got a supporter down there, and there's two kids where they should be
They
on
should
this
be
side.
there, yeah.
They should be on the side of the fence.
Well, that's what the ground announcer should be looking at.
Yep.
Hoki mai ane nā kai rata kai te rua te kaumārua mita, e te tari atona kia whakahoki a mano te pōro. She looks very small compared to the player that's just run the ball, and he's only under 17.
Oh, good defence there from Taranaki.
And here's another bulldozing run by Te Kota Haitana. Straight now into the 10-metre line. And here they go. And a little small kick, and who's going to be there?
Taranaki
Good.
But a penalty, because
Stopped.
the runner coming through was taken out.
Yep.
Yeah. You fellas know anyway, you watching it on TV. I don't have to repeat an action. But hard luck to Taranaki.
Yeah. Those are the little bits that counts
Yeah, those are
either for you or against you.
a penalty is deserved, but don't send the boy off and everything like that.
Oh, no, that's right.
Yeah.
So the Nathaniel Tangi Mataiti plays the ball with a quick tap just to set it up. And here it comes. All the big boys are now coming in, and the defence is Taranaki is just as good.
There was Renata Campbell, our number 9, that scored the try for Taranaki. Did a good tackle.
Oh no, that ball wasn't meant for him.
Yeah.
That ball wasn't meant for him. And a strong run by Taranaki after that drop ball has brought them all the way back to halfway. Good defence.
Strong run from number 14, Thomas Lilo from Taranaki. Hard luck, Taranaki.
Yeah. Drop ball in the tackle.
I suppose to play in a tournament like this time of the year with daylight saving and the heat, how conditioned you have to be. It comes down to the coaches and their player management.
Well, that's the most important part in terms of safety and health.
Yep.
When you look at the professional teams, you take rugby, for example. We've got the Motor 10 coming on right now. And some of their games is in the afternoon and some of them at night. So that defeats. Oh, this is a beautiful break. Here he goes. And a step like that, you just can't fault. And yet the defence of Taranaki is really, really spot on.
Well done, Taranaki.
I couldn't pick out who that runner was, but he certainly created.
Fullback for Kotahitanga,
Fullback.
number 1.
That'll be Kino Kini. Rima miti ane mai te rarani piro ki a te Kotahitanga ko hana mai ki tēnei taharano. E ka arawa te tuwhera mai o te kēsi ki aia.
Yeah, it was hard luck, Kotahitanga. Well done, Taranaki. Coming back from that mistake to defending well.
Absolutely. Right. Just goes to show you that you can't take anything for granted. So, mai te rua te kau mita, te hoki mai ānei nā o Taranaki. Te ruti tuatahi tēnā. Tuarua, kai roto tēnā i te whenua o Taranaki, nei te tākolo tuataru e hare mai nei.
He's the big boys from Taranaki taking it up the middle. Yep. Clever. Clever play that one. And see, in the back in the dead ball there, you got a supporter right up behind the post. Where
For Taranaki.
what's his job there? Why is he there?
It's waiting to catch a photo of a Taranaki score a try. Boy.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, Taranaki is coming towards him. Yeah, must be.
Ka te titira kau ki te ahua nā tānata kua hara mai ki te mātakitaki, kua hua rahi haere, nā whānau, kua hara mai ki te tautako i tēnei tākaro, whakamutu nei, whakapaho i atu nei ki a koutou, anei te hoki mai anō i ai nei nā o te kotahitana.
Even though you find out that you think that Kotahitanga is doing so well and Taranaki are defending so well and penalties are going maybe even, the score was only 6-6.
Yep.
Score was only 6-6.
But the level of the rugby league here is very good.
Yep.
By both sides. They obviously know defence is a key factor.
And that's what we were talking about. I said earlier on, Uncle.
Beautiful try.
Beautiful try.
Beautiful combination between the centre and the wing. And I think that is Nathaniel Tangimatataiti. Let's have a look. There it is.
Yep.
It's a good combination between the backs there to enable the Kotahitana to extend their lead by 4.
Yeah. Like I said earlier on, Uncle, it's how Kotahitanga were defending so well, and does that count for in the last 5 minutes? You start well, you finish well.
Well, that's where you've got to look for that extra. You know.
Yep. And that's when you look to the coaches and the managers and how they handle their player management for these boys. And same like Taranaki, that's pretty robust defending there. All they need is one of those big boys. What's our number 8 here? Malakai Hala, just to run it up the middle and away, and then their momentum will come back. Wait till they got their backs to the sun, and then.
This is Tia Woodman Tuhoro, who's on the wing, attempting to convert their second try. And I've got to let the listeners know as well, Rawiri, there's 25 players in each team. That's men's and women's. And that allows for rolling changeovers. Unlimited.
Okay, why we just half-time break now, and the score is 10-6 to Kotahitanga, and like Uncle said, 25 players, 20 players per game, and it's that rolling subs, and that's the beauty of how the 2-day tournament has been going, and that's going to happen with the Tuakana as well.
Yep. We'll be back. later on.
Hey, whānau, we're back on board now, getting ready for this second half. But we while Uncle has his ham sandwich, I'll bun, I'll just take us through. Obviously, we can't start until the referee gets here, and he's just coming through now. But well done to Taranaki. Ko Tahitanga, well done for getting to this final. And you've only got another 25 minutes each way, another 25 minutes of this COVID hit 2020 rangatahi tournament. And no doubt we'll be looking forward to seeing you in the future for the Tuakana tournament, which so happily 2021, 2022 is going to be held here in Rotorua. So that we will pick up our game to make sure that it's, everybody that comes in is welcome into our humble rohe. So with that whānau, get ready for our kickoff from Taranaki. Maraki Aumua, kicking off, getting proceedings going. Oh, there's that young boy Malakai Hala at number 80. It's only a small fella, but it must have a big heart. Ko Tahitanga taking it out of their red zone, going into Taranaki's half. And how many tackles was that? 3-4 tackles, and they're already there. Final. Well done, ko Tahitanga.
Brilliant
And
executed try, Rawiri.
Exactly, that's what you see in NRL.
Yep, exactly right.
Commiserations to Taranaki, they kicked off well, and they held them. And then, like we said, when you're running into the sun like that, if you start well, you know where you're going to be, as the previous game showed us. But to get to your last tackle like that and then finish off with a try.
You know, there was a brilliant, you can see it coming up because they were shaping up for that kick, and so was the runner. You already knew there was a short kick. You know, the kick was really good, nicely timed and executed.
I suppose that's what happens when you got a team like Ko Tahitanga playing how they do. They may not come from the same club, but spread around Auckland. And when you get the best to come out like that, and like Uncle said, these fellas would have come under Auckland, so it's appropriate that they come under Ko Tahitanga or Tamaki Makaurau. Conversion taken care of, so that's taking us out to 16-6 to Ko Tahitanga. And you're wondering why I'm talking so much now, is because Uncle's onto his second ham bun now.
If the truth be known, can I share with you all your listeners, I never had time for lunch. I just got sent from one side of the stadium to the other side, and never had time to have lunch, one after the other. So you take these opportunities.
No, exactly.
Kia ora, Rawiri.
Hard luck, Taranaki. You were just in front of that kick. Yeah, just like myself, we were thrown into this, and JD sitting over there with all the politicians and everything. So, but that's all good. That's all good. I think it's about having a bit of fun here, and then helping out our Gecko production as well.
Bye-bye.
Some big boys. These are some big boys in both teams.
Oh yeah, there's some big ones.
Yeah.
But it's how they use them. They need to use them in a good effect. Oh look, they got the ball away.
Yeah, hard luck. Ko Tahitanga lost that ball, and Taranaki pounced on it. Usually in the NRL, somebody like would have been the defending team ripped the ball out. But good refereeing from this fella, he didn't see it.
Hoki mai anō i aerina ki a Taranaki, kai a rātou te mana e whakahaere te pōro whakamua. Kua muti te nau a he mana. Come back to reality. Rawiri, you can go and have your munchies now. Well, like and a lovely side step from Taranaki. Here comes the next try from Taranaki. And followed up, yes, Enari, but try. That's a fewer, good, determined try. Come back from Taranaki.
That try was taken from Te Pautoko Manawa Mātātahi. Ngā rauru, I should say.
Ngā rauru, mai pareninihi ki wai te tōtara nā iwi kau wānanui. Ana, ka hu mai ko Taranaki.
Good comeback from that try that Kotahitanga had got, and a good comeback from Taranaki.
And this trophy is the Luke Chipene is a tribute to a young fella who sadly lost his life at a very young age. So he's a good footballer.
Maraki Omua kicks the conversion.
Yes. And as a result of that, the whānau had agreed to put up a memorial for this young chap, Luke Chipene. Nā reira, kua kātata mano nā kauti ānei, te kaumaona kia Kotahitanga, te kaumārua kia Taranaki. I roto i tēnei te hāwhi whakamutuna, e ki te ai, ka riro iāwai te mana mō tēnei tōna mana mō tēnei tau. Anei te whakahoki mai anō i ānei nā mai a Taranaki. From the 22, at the moment a lot of them seems to be running across with the ball instead of running straight.
Number 12, Deontay Rored, doing that previous run-up. But like Uncle was saying, they're running across the field. I suppose, what do I know? I'm not out there playing. I'm just a sideline critic.
One of many, eh?
No, one of many. All the rest over there in the stand.
Yeah. And that was a tremendous run by the Taranaki forward. Unfortunately, he couldn't get down, unfortunately, and he was bundled out into touch by the defence of the Kotahitanga. That's a waste.
Yeah.
Waste.
Arama, what was your name? Arama Kaitoa, Arama Kite.
Yeah. And again, this is one of those little things that takes time to nurture from the coaching staff, you know. When you know you're going to go out, get to the ground, your safety is the ground.
Yep. Big fella that he was. Kotahitanga got underneath him, and then he couldn't go to ground. Good run by him and good play also from
look at this.
Kotahitanga.
Ala we te moatsa te tanata nei ko takahia mai e te pēni hini ai nei na ko tirika ho kua piro ko wai atu tēnei tanata ko Nathaniel Tangi Mātaiti.
And once again, from a mistake, as we've been seeing in previous games, mistakes, and then they capitalise on it like that.
Ngāti Whātua, you know, his calibre is above and beyond.
Yeah,
You have a look at it. So it was in his own half, created the gap, put the speed on, and put the after speed burners on once he got through.
Well done to that young man.
Yep. So I'll keep an eye on this name. You just never know. He could well be progressing into the Warriors.
Boy, if that's the calibre that's been played today, and if there was some scouts around, usually there's scouts around in this tournament, but this COVID stuff has hit. But obviously going live with these finals, in Australia there may be some view there, but in saying that, we already knew that about all these young fellas that they were playing.
Oh no, this is where the kohanga reo is for the NRL.
Yeah, exactly.
Right here.
Exactly.
they will come and they will take him away and they will look after him. That has happened in the past. NRL scouts have been coming over from the Cowboys. The last tournament I was at for this grade in Taupo, because one of the Maori fellas that was playing for the Cowboys really injured himself. He was a standoff, and he's never come back since the injury got too much of him. He had a head injury. Ia nena ko hoki mai ana ko te kotahitana ia nena, ko pike no o rātou pihi, nā te mea ko tai rātou ki te rua te kaumārua. You know, this team, Rawiri, without a word of doubt, they're playing to a game plan.
Yeah, they are, and it does look different.
And they're playing to a game plan, and you know you got to give the accolades to the coaches. All that's nicely picked up. And is this another runaway or not? No. If he'd have passed in, it could have been.
It could have been from our eyes up here. He could have.
Yeah.
But still good
Oh,
play.
look at
still
it. Throw it wide.
And still good defence.
Yeah, very good defence. That was the last tackle. Yep. That was the last tackle.
And they got over.
Come on, referee, keep up with the game.
Yeah.
You got left behind.
You got left behind, all right. But good attacking play.
Yep.
Good defence also. Good defence. They
caught him napping. They got caught napping because of the swiftness of the players.
Yep.
You know, a support play. You know, they think, oh well, you'll get him, so I'll hang off.
Yeah.
Look what happened.
I just hope this Taranaki team keep their heads up high.
So the scores are extended out now to 26-12 with a kick to come, and there's no doubt about it. This team is quite well drilled. They got good teamwork between them.
Yeah, exactly. But even with our Taranaki whānui, I'm impressed with those front rowers.
Yes, in Taranaki.
Very impressed with their hairstyle too, because I just seen of lately with the hairstyles that are coming back now, the old mullets are coming back into life now.
Yes,
but
short.
In my lifetime, I haven't had a mullet for a few 100 years now.
Short back and sides.
Yeah. Right now I got nothing on the sides and nothing on the top, but
he decided to grow underneath your lips.
Yeah. Now at least my hair can touch my chest now.
And so the scores stay at 26 ko Tahitana and 12 to Taranaki, which gives it a little bit more difficult for them to come back. But like you say, the fat lady don't sing.
Yeah. It's not over till the fat lady sings.
Not over till the fat lady sings. Anei te hoki mai ai nei nā te kotahitana mai tō rātou te kaumita. O karawe te pakaru mai anō i konei. Pai te o mai nā kai paumua ara o te kotahitana. Ko te tākoro tūru noho tēnei, ko tatatunu rātou te tāmai ki Wainanui. After two tackles, they're halfway.
Third tackle, they're over halfway.
Third tackle, they're over halfway, yep.
I just hope that Taranaki do come back, and all they need is just a mistake or something from Kotahitanga, and then get back there. But obviously Maori, they don't give up. They don't give up.
Not when you've got the confidence with the tries, you can move that ball around. This guy's tricky, that number 7. Oh, look at that. And the pass again. Oh, no, pushing him away. And Kotahitana's just riding through.
Yeah, that was a good work up to that try.
Yes.
A few. Our uncle was saying a few of these. Watch this boy, and then you got a couple of Benji Marshall tries there, passes.
It is from that number 7, a quick little offload, and another quick offload again. See the passing, the support play. It's there.
Yeah, it's there. Obviously, this team they read each other's play.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
And then you can see it, and that's the beauty of being Maori. You just do it, but you don't train it, and it's all that backyard.
It wouldn't surprise me if these guys are playing in the same club teams back up in Auckland.
Yep. Good management.
Yeah. and a conversion from Keanu Kickoff for the Kotaheitana certainly boosts the scores out somewhat
Yes.
to 32-12.
It was so close.
Yes, it was very close, yep.
Their last try from Taranaki. It's going out a bit now, but I think like Taranaki they're still manning up to their job.
Yeah, well, like I said earlier on, already, you know, once you start defend tackle after tackle,
Yep.
it soon drains the energy away.
It does drain it. Yep.
It takes 2 or 3 just to put one man down and just suck them in, and this team knows very quickly how to run that ball wide. Very quickly. Hoki mauna ki wane nui ai nei na, hai ti matātu, mā Taranaki. If this team sticks together, it just goes to show you how good is the Kotaheitana when they come back for the Labour weekend. I'll be watching it with great intensity.
And that's the thing of you don't have to bring back the Australians to play, but hey, if they want to come back and play for their iwi, their hapu,
That's good on them.
Yeah.
You know.
but not so much make a team out of just of Australian-based players.
Because I know got a good idea of the structure that Queensland's got with Queensland Maoris.
Yep,
You know?
yep.
And here we go again.
Here we go
There's
again.
A forward pass. Yep.
Yeah, it was forward.
Pass. Yep.
Now dreadlock referee saw that forward pass.
Yeah, as I was saying, the Queensland Rugby, Maori Rugby League, they have some very strong players here. They do have their own tournament over there. Hey. And I was there when I helped them set up the Gold Coast Maori Rugby League, rohe.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And I'm not too sure if they're still going, but we used to have games against the Aborigines up there in the school age groups, picking them up.
I was up in Cairns a few years ago, and I had got a sister up there and went to watch some of the nephews play. And there's some untouched
Talent.
tapped talent up there.
Oh yes, for sure.
And I didn't know there was Aboriginal and there was the Torres Strait,
Yes,
where
yes.
they're the indigenous people. But gee, it's unbelievable, those Torres Strait people.
Yeah.
Have a go, Taranaki.
They're coming up against some very stiff defence at the moment. They're going to get pinged. You watch, these guys will get pinged. Oh, he didn't. They're all in front of him.
Dreadlocks
The Kotaheitana was all in front of him.
Yeah.
And he didn't ping him. See, look at it. See, the second time.
Yep.
Now, is this guy watching the defence or is he watching the attack? No te tākolo whakamutu na teitei na te kiki. Oh, he's used the sun all right, which is good. But so was the catch.
Yeah.
All these runners are very good. They can step, Rawiri. Hey, you notice that?
Yep.
It doesn't matter what size they are, they know how to step. And that's something you can't teach.
Well, that's something that they've been watching on TV, and there is like touch rugby as well.
Oh yes, of course.
And they do that sort of stuff. No, that's clever. He was
Look
going
at
to
that
pass, but
determined
no.
running. Look at that determined running.
There's our number 9, scored the first try for Taranaki.
Oh, and he dropped the ball. And he dropped the ball.
Penalty. Kotahitanga got penalised.
I'm not too sure what that was for. Pushing the player, I suppose, without the ball. Yes, it was.
Oh, yeah.
Oops. Looks like got the wind against them. Wa tamai ane na ki te rua te kaumita, ma taranaki hai whakahoki mai te pōro, anei te tīmatana. I rote te tākolo tuatahi, e nari ka rawe nā rutu a te kotaitana. Takatuna te pōro. Just one solid tackle like that, you know. And we're his mates to support him. That's the sad part.
Yep, that's right. I was just sorry, whānau, about our third sponsor, but I'll just go through them again. There was Alice Post Tensions, our local One Foundation funding agencies that are looking after our rangatahi, looking after our tuakana tournament as well. Hence the reason why most of the tuakana and the rangatahi are here for the next 2 years. And our people within Rotorua, Tarawa as well, opening up our doors for all our people to come in. And also to our local Gecko Productions, Moana and Mike Miller, the parents of the production, Gecko Productions. And we actually got a production too down at Waka, Whakarewarewa, and Gecko Productions is from Whakaue, and Tūhaurangi got the Pūkeko Productions. No, the Pūkeko don't eat, they eat all rubbish, so we just started having a bit of a laugh. Here we go, Kotahitanga must be, yep. Oh. Went over for a try and lost the ball.
Lost the ball as he went over. He should have spun the ball out.
Taking him back, oh.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, should have spun the ball out. There's a try wasted there.
Yep. Keep your heads up, Taranaki.
That is a big advantage now in the second half that they built up.
The good thing about it is for Kotahitanga, when you're up by that so many points and you got the sun in your eyes, sometimes you can be just that backyard rugby league, rugby touch. You can play that now because you got a big score.
Well, you can get confidence in that.
Yeah,
you can afford to spin the ball around. And, you know, throw wins to the caution, throw caution to the winners in terms of the 50-50 passes.
Yeah, yeah.
Nei te hoki umai no iai nei na o te kotahitana, kua tirikohu atu, kua tuki atu, kua piro. Ano.
And that gap was there.
Oh, you could see it.
Yeah, you could see it, and it's clever from the dummy half.
The cover defence was too slow in moving back.
Yeah. The way he went. No, look at that.
Yeah. There's a big gap there.
Yep,
see,
big.
They're all over here.
Yep.
All bunched up over here by the goalpost.
Yeah, they moved into the goalpost, and then they left their mate out stranded by himself. But that may come down to fatigue. The last minutes of this tournament to go. But good on Taranaki for getting there, like everybody else. Congratulations for this tournament to start, to get up, and so we can sign it off.
Ko te tere atu ai nei ka kikiha mai te pōro mai tērā taharano. I te wahana, kua eke nā kau te toru te kau maono, i te kau mārua. Nei te kiki atu, kao, i whakawhiti. Nā reira, kua noho tenu nā kau te ki te toru te kau maono, i te kau mārua. Kai atarana ki te kaha iāni nā ki te hoki mai.
Not much time left now, listeners.
No. The clock is ticking now.
Yep. Throw caution to the wind now, Taranaki.
They'd have to.
Yep.
And that's a good start. But look out,
Well,
here they come
again. When you got a
again.
big boy like that running it up.
Yeah. these boys, big boys, aren't effective when they're close to the ruck.
No.
You got to get them out wider, so they get the ball at speed.
Well,
It-
whānau, that was us for this 2020 COVID hit rangatahi under 17s tama final.
Te kotahitana comes out victors, and this the Luke Cheapen trophy, ki wane nui Taranaki. Nā reira te iwi tēnei rā te mihi ati kia koutou katoa, me te kuhua whakapāho ati kia rāwiri, I tēnei te tākaro whakamutu na e pāna ki nā tīma e rua nei, piki te ora ki a koutou katoa, e te huna kāina, e mihi atuna, whakatuwherehia mai o koutou marae, ki nā tīma kai te hoki pēnei mai anō I te Labour Weekend. Hei reira ka ki take tātou I te kaha o te whakaaro Maori ki konei. Ko tīmata hi atu e nā rangatahi I konei, ko wahuhia mai mā nā tuakana e whakaoti ati mō tēnei tau. We've had a very, very tough year in terms of the COVID, as Rawiri was alluding to, but the fact that remains that we were still able to bring out our rangatahi and enjoy a game, good game of rugby league under Maori auspices and planning to overcome the moke and living in the bubbles, especially up in Auckland. We weren't so bad here in Bay of Plenty in level 1. However, Auckland, they had to endure the level 2 and the social restrictions that went with it. So Auckland, in terms of the kotahitana, they now win this particular trophy moving on. And in moving on, we'd just like to sort of close off our whakapāho from here. Nā reira rāwiri tēnā koe, moto haramai. Very shortly, we will be moving down, our production crew will be moving down to shoot and show you all the finals and the handover and presentations. Tēnā koutou katoa.
36.